All right, episode 35. How's it going, Paige?
Good. I'm good. Glad to be here.
Yeah, this is take number 2. We're having
Yeah.
some audio problems. That's all right though.
Yeah, it is. We'll
So,
get right into it.
You saying you've been a little busy to get into the metal scene lately?
Yeah, definitely been traveling a lot, and so like I was saying, it just kind of makes me miss a couple of the shows, and I was gonna say that it's bittersweet because I want to be at home at the shows with all my friends, but I also want to be out there living life and doing all these things. The great thing about being a teacher is that I get summers off, so I want to use that time wisely because the summers are the only time that I have relative freedom. So I have to miss the shows, but it doesn't mean that, like, what I love about it is that even though I was gone for so long and missed so many shows, when I did come back, everybody was so excited, and it felt really good for everyone to be like, "Oh, Paige, like, we missed you," and all that. So
yeah, that's kind of how I felt recently.
Yeah,
'cause, like, I just started going to shows again. Like, after I don't know how long, I just kind of like dipped out of the scene. I started doing this podcast, and like it's like, I'll just get everybody on the show, and that'll be my connection to the scene still.
Definitely.
And it kind of worked for a while, and then like hearing everybody talk about the shows and stuff, I'm like, fuck, I'm not there. It's like, fuck. After a year of that feeling, I was like, I gotta go. And like once I jumped back into it, people were like, oh shit, you came out.
Yeah, definitely.
They're like, oh fuck, dude, Spencer's here. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, what's up, guys? Like, didn't know you were gonna be so excited just to see me.
Well, that's kind of what I love about this scene, and that's what I was hoping we would get to talk about, is like the camaraderie that comes with the scene. Everybody kind of knows everybody, and everybody has a general respect for everybody, and we're all friends, and we all love each other, and we also kind of understand that life gets in the way. You step out for a little bit, and you come back, and you're welcomed with open arms. Nobody forgot about you. Nobody's like, oh, you didn't come to my last show, like, what's up with that?
Well, they'll say that, but it's not serious.
But right, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
People have definitely said that to me before.
Yeah. But you're right. It's like
But
like
they're handing me a
casual.
beer when they're saying
exactly.
it. Like
Definitely.
But yeah, I wish I could have gone to that last Thraw show.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen them live.
Really?
I still haven't seen Thraw live. No.
That's like a crime against humanity, man.
Yeah, there's plenty of bands I haven't seen live.
Thraw's one you got to get to. I genuinely think that they are going to make it big. I mean, this last tour with Conan really put them on the map.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely hitting a lot of places.
Seriously.
Like, and they're making waves for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I've had Rob on here.
Yeah, I saw that.
He just didn't talk about his band.
I think that he's kind of like that though. Yeah.
He's like purposely dodging all the questions. Like, I think ever since then I stopped trying to like interview.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know what? I'll just let people talk about whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And it's like, if they don't want to talk about their music, that's cool.
They don't have to.
Like, we'll talk about TV shows.
Definitely. that was another thing that I kind of appreciate about the way that you do this, as not an interview and more of a conversation, is that it kind of goes past that veil of what everybody sees on social media and what everybody sees as your label. Like Rob, for example, it's Rob from Thraw. It's Throb. Like, he's that guy, but he is a person too. He has stories, and he has like a life that has nothing to do with his band, just like all the rest
of
us.
He's like the doorman at the 13th show.
Yeah, exactly.
At the 13th floor shows,
Yeah, definitely.
As a doorman, he sees everybody in the scene and shit. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool too. But he didn't talk about that either. So it doesn't matter.
Well, that's exactly. That's what I found so interesting. Is like, I mean, he has this whole other life that like none of us even know about. So.
Yeah, it's cool. I like getting all the stories that nobody wants to talk about, really, or nobody hears, because they're always just talking about the band.
Exactly.
Or, anytime somebody does a band video, it's just them practicing, or like them talking about their upcoming show. And it's like, and like, what did you do last weekend? What kind of party did you go to? What kind of shows did you go to as a viewer? As an audience member,
or even hearing just what other things people are into. I mean, there's just so much more to it. Yeah, maybe we all like metal and we all have that in common, but we all have so many different aspects to us that you might not have even thought about.
Yeah.
You know?
Like you're a teacher.
Exactly. I always like to say, I live this double life. Like, I'm Paige, at the shows, and I go to parties and camp and all this stuff. And then by day I'm Miss Writer, and I'm like somebody totally different, like, singing songs and doing chalkboard drawings and
You're
telling
not wearing
stories.
like metal tees to school, are you?
No, and it's funny. So this last year, Alex started teaching with me too.
Yeah.
Which so he teaches PE, right?
Of course.
Exactly. And we have conversations all the time about what shirts are appropriate for him to wear and which ones are not. And some are really on the verge. Some are a definite no, like obviously, and some are like
colored t-shirts, man.
Yeah. Well, and some kind of push it. And then I'm like, Alex, you just need to get like a pack of Hanes black.
Yeah.
Regular t-shirts.
The kids aren't going to appreciate your graphic tees.
Seriously. No, but that's like all he has. That's the problem. Like he has all these
like you said,
t-shirts.
Just get a package of like 10 Hanes black shirts.
He teaches once a week. It's one day. He comes to school one day a week.
Okay, 5 pack.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's like 5 would do the trick, but yeah, so we definitely have that conversation all the time.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, he's like, can I wear this shirt? I'm like, the back of it says the weak shall perish. I feel like that's kind of pushing it. Or, he has this like Sang with Sugabog shirt. This one's like a definite no, but it's like got this naked lady on it. And I'm like, you can't, like, that's not even.
Obviously a joke.
Right,
he asked
totally.
you that for a joke.
Well, I get uncomfortable even when he just wears that one in public sometimes. Like, we had gone to breakfast at First Watch. Have you ever been there?
Yeah.
It's not like super fancy or anything. It's like a little more uppity.
Sunday diner, like after church kind of diner, whatever.
Yeah, after church. Exactly. It's like the old people after church. And he's like wearing his bog shirt. And I'm like, oh my God, everybody is staring at us.
It's public though. Who cares?
I care. I do.
It's just public.
I know,
Doesn't
but
matter.
I can't handle the stares. I don't like, I just know. But
yeah, I have this shirt. It's from an anime called Berserk.
Okay.
And it's a
I've
really
heard of it.
like,
I haven't seen the anime.
It's a really badass anime.
Okay.
It's really cool. It's one of the more adult animes for sure. Like really, really brutal, gory, like violent, but like philosophical in a way of like what it means to be like a leader or a team member and like what it means to be betrayed and like just it gets into some crazy topics.
Like pretty deep.
But my shirt is just the main character's face, like doing like a grimace, like an angry like face, like blood splatter all over it, and it just says Berserk. But it's his face, just huge. Whenever I wear that shirt out, like people just stare, like, all the time.
Definitely.
It's just so eye catching.
Yeah.
But then Mars has shirts where it's like half naked girl, like half naked anime girl on it or something,
Right.
and like you can tell people immediately are like, "What the fuck is that shirt?"
I know. That's why we have to choose carefully sometimes. There's a time and a place,
Yeah, especially when you're a teacher.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't wear. There was one time I wore a band shirt to school. One time and one time only. And it was because it was punk rock day. And I was like, I got this. And I wore.
It's like Rancid or something.
No, it's actually a local band from Virginia called the Creep Crusades. They're a punk band out there that
How'd you
played.
find them?
Well, I was born in Virginia.
Okay.
My dad grew up there, and he played metal music for a really long time out there. So the people he played with, like, obviously are really good friends of his. I grew up with their kids. We're all very close, like a family type of situation. And we were out there visiting, and his old friends were playing in their band at a show, and this band, Creep Crusades, was playing with them, and Beth and I were like, these guys are so sick. So I bought so much of their merch, including this t-shirt that I wore to school. But what was funny is I had worn that t-shirt and like my docs and my pants and everything, and nobody even noticed. Nobody even was like, wow, Miss Ryder like participated in Spirit Day.
No, they just
So
you just look the part.
I guess
I
so.
guess you
Yeah.
just blend it in anyways.
I guess so. I really thought I was like hitting the nail on the head. I was like, I've got this. Like punk rock day. Like, of course I
Maybe
can
you
do
like
this
look
one.
out of place in your normal like school clothes.
Maybe it could be.
You looked more normal on that day.
Maybe. Yeah. People are like, oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. That's funny. There was one time, it was the beginning of last year. We were doing back to school night, and I had dressed up like I had this long flowy skirt on and this like bright pink t-shirt, and back to school night started around like 5 or 6 p.m. right, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a show tonight that I really wanted to go to. I think it was the 200 Stab Wounds show, and I was like, I'm not missing it. Like I love 200 Stab Wounds, right? And so I gave my presentation, like did my whole, this is what we're going to learn this year and like all that whatever type stuff. And then I was like, I have to go, you guys. I like told my coworkers, like, I have to go. And I barely made it. And I was in the car, like changing out of my skirt into my pants, like while I'm driving, like changing like to a band t-shirt. Like it was so dangerous, like terrible idea. But I did make it. I saw all of 200 Stab Wounds a set, and I was really proud of that moment.
Nice.
And it really like showed
Wear
the
that
duality.
shirt to school.
I couldn't.
200 Stab Wounds. The kids are asking you like,
I can't.
What is that shirt?
I don't even wear anything that shows my tattoos because I like don't want the questions.
What are like
from
the age of the kids you teach?
So our school serves 1st through 8th grade. So I
Okay.
teach math to everybody. So every grade I see for math, and then I teach homeroom for 2nd and 3rd grade. So those are like my homeroom kids, and then they kind of switch around and see like the ELA teacher and like all that stuff. So
interesting.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. But I also do all the admin stuff. So I mean, I wear a lot of hats. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many students do you have at the school?
Right now, I think our enrollment's at 27.
That's pretty small.
Mm-hmm. Our cap this year I think is going to be 36. So we have 3 classes. We're going to cap 12 kids per class. Right now I have 11. So I have the highest enrollment actually. But
are you planning on growing at all?
Kind
or
of,
are you
but
trying to just like stay at a level and like try to improve what you have?
So we want to grow, but in a different way. Like we don't want to grow our exact school. We want to keep it very small, very personal, the small classrooms.
I think there's value in that.
It is. Yeah, no, seriously. But we hope to eventually open up more sites, continue this type of style and this curriculum and expand that idea more than expanding our school. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but the small classes definitely make a difference. I will say that.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have went to a smaller school when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've only went to like, regular ass public schools full of hundreds of kids and you just kind of like go through a pipeline and everybody learns this and you better learn cursive because everyone's going to be using cursive in this grade and I never touched it. Like I just know how to read it pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's all I really need. I can literally use talk to text now.
Right.
Like type out a whole fucking essay just to my voice.
Yeah. Well, back in, when we were in school, they always had the excuse of, well, you're never going to carry around a calculator in your pocket. And now we all have cell phones. So
yeah. And there's always the asshole kid in the corner with the calculator on his watch.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Oh yeah, bitch. Like,
no, definitely. Yeah,
like,
so I have to come up with other reasons when kids are like, why can't I just use my calculator? I'm like, well, you will have one in your pocket someday, but, So, yeah.
There's a skill to it, it's kind of important to be able to do math in your head.
For sure. There's some level of value to it, but that's also kind of what we do at our school is less of like, you need to know this just to know how to do it. We kind of go into the practical application of it and we do a lot of like, here's the content, here's how you use it, instead of like how we went to school and it was like, here's the content, memorize it. I'm not going to tell you why you need it. You just need it. Like, don't question it. You know? So, we have the kids out there like, building stuff and, actually like selling stuff and making money for their own fundraising projects and stuff like that. So
yeah, that's cool.
yeah.
I think the biggest example of me like losing information or depending too much on technology, kind of like the calculator thing, is using maps
Yeah.
on Google.
For sure.
I just use maps for everything. I'll just type in wherever I need to go, and like I realized like without my phone, I would be
We'd be
so
screwed.
lost in Phoenix. Like, well, I know what how the grid works and everything, but if you asked me to drive somewhere in Chandler,
right,
like Chandler's a grid, but it's a different grid.
For sure.
Like I don't know. I don't know that.
No,
one.
I agree with that.
So
I always
like,
think about how like our parents got around, and I even remember being a kid and, you know, your parents like, oh, go print out like the Google Maps and, you know, or write it down or whatever. And it was MapQuest. That's what it was. Exactly.
But even then it would print you out a list of where you needed to turn and you could like look through all the directions. Now Google is just like, do this at that time. It like gives you one step at a time. So you're just like, okay, I have 4 miles before I have to use my brain again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I love like taking those long trips and it's like, okay, you're not, you know, direction is in 86 miles. It's like, okay, I don't have to think for 86 more miles.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's nice. But it's like, I see it with math when I was just like working with people, you know, I'd be working with younger guys who are like 20 years old, you know, like they're just fresh out of high school pretty much. And they're asking, you know, they'll ask questions like, oh, what's 28 minus 19? Trying to figure out what like some inches are.
Right.
And they pull out their phone with their calculator. I'm like, dude, come on, just think about it. Like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. Like, yeah, they'll pull out their calculator for like basic subtraction or basic addition.
Wow.
So, like, oh, I'm just not good at math. Like, no, you just didn't fucking try, dude. You just didn't try. Like, you didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Like, go ahead and think about the numbers. Like, draw them out in your head. Use your
fingers even.
Use your imagination or something. Yeah, your fingers, sure. Like, you can take out the tens place if you really have to. Like, do that later.
Gosh, like what have we?
Yeah, some people are so like dependent on technology. It's nuts.
It's true. It's true. I see it a lot in kids nowadays too. They're so dependent on it, and it just makes me wonder if anything ever did happen. Not that I expect it to, but if we lost it all. Yeah, I mean, what would we do? The next
solar flare hits the earth. Yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot.
What would happen? It would be anarchy. I mean, people would start like killing each other. I feel like, you know,
all the batteries in the cars would melt. Totally. So you wouldn't be able to drive anywhere for a while until they made some more batteries.
It'd be really scary for sure.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be the scariest part, actually.
Yeah.
Our car-based society, like, no longer has cars.
Right.
Really fucked. No lights, no AC. Arizona would be screwed.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
If all the ACs just fucking imploded.
And we couldn't drive to get out of here.
Oh yeah, that'd be bad.
I don't know what we would do.
I don't know. It's either going to be a solar flare or China and Russia are going to pick a time to join forces.
Can't even think about that kind of stuff. It's too scary. It's like above my pay grade.
Elementary school to the end of society as we know it. Yeah, I heard China and Russia did like their biggest like joint operation in history just a couple weeks ago.
Jeez.
Right off the coast of Alaska.
Jeez.
Like within a few miles of Alaska. Like obviously a show of like, look what we can do. It's just like, oh man, don't try it. Please don't. Please don't. Like,
yeah, it's the last thing we need right now. I mean, things are complicated enough.
After we've given all of our missiles and shit to Ukraine.
Yeah.
Like, oh, great. Now we got to make more missiles before that happens. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how that's going to go.
No.
But I don't know. Hopefully they figure something else out on their own without trying to attack America.
Yeah, it's like, just don't involve us. Just do what you need to do, you know?
I feel like it's all optics. Like it's like a, you know, now we're the superpower. You know, it has nothing to do with like what's actually going to help them out. It's more like, you know, now we're on top of the world. Like your time is over.
I find that concept so interesting of like wanting to be that top dog or wanting to be on top of the world. You know, Alex and I just saw Oppenheimer, and it was a lot of that, of just like, you know, who's on top. And it's just, it's so strange.
That's what World War is all about.
Exactly. Like, why can't we just go back to like living in our own villages and doing our own thing?
Oh, you think that was all peaceful?
No, I know it wasn't, but it's like, I just wish everyone would mind their own business. You know, I wish we could all just like do our own thing and do it happily, like peacefully. You know, I know that's probably not possible, and it never was, but
we're getting closer, but I feel like the scales of controversy are getting, you know, larger. So it's like when people are fighting, it's a bigger fight than it was in the past. But
well, and with our means of communication nowadays, I mean, technology has changed all of that.
Well, that's just making it unpredictable.
Exactly.
You have no idea.
Exactly.
Because like all the communication is instant.
For
like
sure.
One person could say one thing, and then the whole face of the problem changed.
Definitely.
Like Trump's proven that over and over.
For sure.
He tweets out one thing, and everyone's like, "What?"
Gosh,
everyone looks over.
I know.
It's so wild. It's so wild how he got to that position. I can't even fucking get into that. It's so nuts.
Yeah, I try to keep myself kind of out of the politics.
I can't help it. I listen to Breaking Points.
Okay.
It's like this podcast where it's these two journalists. One of them is like really left leaning, and the other one's really right leaning. So it's like two hosts, and they both have different opinions on all these stories.
Right.
Which is like, it's like checks and balances to keep them honest. But they'll tell stories that the mainstream media like won't pick up, and they'll purposely look for those. Like, mainstream media isn't saying shit about this, but check this out.
Right.
And it'll be about like the UFO stuff or like, so like the protests in France, shit like that. Like the mainstream media doesn't want to touch it because they don't want to get it wrong.
Yeah.
Because they don't backpedal.
Right.
So like these independent journalists kind of like go over the top and try to like get the craziest shit that's going on. And they talk a lot about the politics. They get really nerdy with like the elections and stuff. And a lot of that goes over my head.
Yeah, that's how I am, is it's just kind of like, oh, this is too much to think about.
Yeah, they get really into like the process of all the elections and like, like the strategies and like, oh, they need to get New Hampshire first because they vote first. And like, then they need to steal these next states. And, they'll be like, oh, this guy's campaign tour is really weird. He's starting in a strange spot. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, let's go back to the UFO hearings.
Yeah, right.
Like, I want to know what that dude said.
That's funny. Are you like a conspiracy theorist?
Sure.
Okay. That's a good answer.
I like conspiracies. I don't know. I don't know if I believe all of them, but some of them are pretty crazy.
Yeah. Are there any you're like really like stick behind?
It's kind of hard. There's a lot of them. I mean, the ones that come to mind a lot to me are ones that are like pretty unprovable, like the UFO thing.
Sure.
I like thinking about aliens. Like, like why would they even be here in the first place?
Yeah.
If they didn't like help us out earlier.
Sure.
Why would they be interested in humans?
Yeah.
If we're so far behind them.
Yeah. I mean, what do we have to offer?
I feel like they're interested in us because they've already invested in us somehow. They've already been here. They've already...
Interesting.
Either they made us who we are, or we're becoming something they need to keep an eye on. They're invested in our future somehow. They wouldn't be here. Like, there's no fucking point. They would be ruling this planet if they really wanted this planet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So they're here for a reason.
Yeah.
All that crazy shit that's happening, like all the UFOs people see or the beings and all those stories. Like, I've never personally experienced anything like that, but there's got to be a reason that these things are showing up.
Sure.
And then like, I'll get into like, the like whole Egyptian relics kind of theories and stuff like that. But when it comes to like politics, like I just don't know. Like there's a lot that can be hidden and a lot that we're never going to know. Yeah, absolutely. Like, is 9/11 an inside job? You'll never fucking know. You will never, ever have that evidence. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of shit that doesn't add up. That's
sure.
all you can say.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. They've burned every piece of evidence for that by now.
Definitely.
Bush is not going to jail.
Yeah.
Let me be clear.
Right. Yeah, that's the hard part of wanting to be invested in the politics is like, well, I can only know as much as anybody wants me to know, whether that's, the people from this podcast you're talking about, Breaking Point, or the big people. I mean, whoever it is, I'm only going to know what people want to tell me.
Yeah.
And so who knows what that even is.
Yeah, I just kind of like tune into the weird stories.
Yeah.
Or like the stories about like, like the whole train derailment in like Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
That was a crazy story. I followed that one for a while.
Did you?
It's so disgusting
Mm-hmm.
how the like rail bosses acted for that. Like so crazy. They hired their own like testing, like they tested it and said like, yeah, it's good, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And like people were like, no, it's fucking not.
Yeah.
All their pets were dying and shit.
Yeah.
And like people were getting sick. Like people have cancer now. It's like
so weird.
They were in charge of the testing and said it was fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
well, that's what happened with the Ocean Gate stuff too, right? Like they were like, "Oh, this is all fine," and they,
the Ocean Gate one. That one was weird.
That
guy was like,
dude.
He was trying to make a submarine in a different way than traditional submarines were made.
Right.
Like he was making a point, saying like, oh, we don't have to use this steel. We don't have to use, all of these crazy materials. We can use carbon fiber. It's like, okay, you tested that once. You got lucky. Mm-hmm. It worked once. You're going to do it again, and then it failed, and everybody's dead.
So he tested that himself.
Supposedly they went down to the Titanic in that before.
Once.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it happened to work.
Interesting.
Yeah, well,
and then the second time it did not.
No, it's carbon fiber. It's like way lighter than steel.
Yeah.
So if it held pressure, they were lucky.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. He went through a lot of his own personal testing, where it was like, yeah, this works and this works. Like I've tested it, but when it comes to like national certifications or anything, like
he didn't have any of that.
Yeah, none of it. No.
That makes sense, actually.
No, like federal credentials of anything saying like this has been tested or like this is how we do it. Like none of that. Just like backyard submarine, pretty much. And yeah, I mean he used a Logitech game controller.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. I saw like the Xbox memes.
And his reasoning for that was so that anybody could pilot the sub.
I don't know if anybody should be
is
able
that important?
To.
Is that really important?
Yeah, right.
Like, come on. Like, we got bigger fish to fry here. Like, let's make sure everybody doesn't die.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of crazy. That whole
crazy.
story was nuts. That was just a fucking, I don't know. I don't even know if he was a billionaire himself.
I don't know either.
He definitely had an ego.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Hearing him talk, like I've seen the interviews of him before all this shit and like talking about Ocean Gate and all that, and man, the arrogance. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like
it's just a power thing, People want to think that, like I said, just that they're top dog, and it's like, why can't you just do your own thing, dude? Like, why do you have to be like that?
Yeah. In fact, the rail companies, actually the one that that all those hazardous chemicals crashed in Ohio, they told the crew there to just light it up, just burn it, get it out of the way. Like that's the fastest way to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Burn it. Instead of an actual cleanup and assessing the situation, they're like, this is too dangerous. We need to burn it.
Wow.
Like just to get the rail cleared so they can get more trains down the rail. Like they need to get that shit repaired and up and running now. So light it on fire.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it's like, there was like, nobody said that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Nobody said that was the health, like, the way to clean this shit up is to light it on fire. They were like, we need to clear our rail so we can get our next fucking freight cars through there. And it's like, they fucked up that atmosphere around Ohio, like for a long time.
Yeah.
and the fact that all the particulates just drop into the water after they're in the air, they just spread all of that shit out. It's like,
horrible.
Just because they wanted to get their rail cleared again.
Crazy.
Yeah, like that kind of shit is the stuff I follow.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that stuff's happening all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like that shit happens all the time.
Definitely.
that's just one where like some people's cats died, so they made a news story out of it.
Yeah.
Some people got mad.
I understand. If it was my cats, I'd be mad too.
Imagine if that was the middle of nowhere. There was no neighborhood though.
Well, yeah.
You'd never hear about it.
That's a good point.
You'd hear about some forest fire.
Yeah.
And then that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty crazy.
That is crazy. It's crazy how they can manipulate it that way too.
Yeah. That's why I like thinking about stuff you can't prove.
Sure.
Like the Egyptians.
Yeah. What do you have about the Egyptians?
I don't know. Everybody says the pyramids are like 4,000 or 5,000 years old, but like, they're way older than that. They have to be, you know? We just didn't have technology that long ago.
That's
we
true.
didn't have the technology to make the blocks. So like right there, boom.
Yeah.
Like proven. Like they have to be older. They have to be from.
Whoops.
Great. But you know, I see posts all the time of like, you know, oh this society is from like 8,000 years ago. It's older than the pyramids. I'm like, where's the proof?
Is it?
You know, prove it.
Yeah. Interesting.
But like all the Egyptologists say it's like from 4,000 years ago, so we have to listen to them.
Yeah.
The Egyptian government like
wants it to be that way.
They want it to be that way because all the tourist dollars and stuff keeps coming in, and they can't backtrack on their story now.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of people who built their whole careers off of them being 4,000 years old.
Right. Sure.
It's like if they're not, now we're in the dark.
Yeah.
Now we have no idea how they got there. It's like, I don't know. There's a lot of theories, but
yeah.
Well, I gotta pause and clean this beer up.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Kind of half-ass cleaned it up, but that's all right. There's more beers.
Yeah, better than nothing.
We were talking about Egyptians and stuff, but I think I've talked about Egyptians enough on this podcast.
Yeah.
I gotta learn some more shit about them before I just keep repeating myself. Honestly, it's like, I don't know. There's only so much information out there right now.
Sure.
It's hard to uncover new stuff. But I don't know. I can talk about that shit for hours. I have theories, and you know how like the Egyptian priests probably like levitated the blocks.
Oh my god.
With like sound waves.
Right. Something crazy.
Yeah, there's like some stories about how like Egyptian high priests would chant and the blocks would lift and stuff like that.
That's a theory.
It's like, well, I mean,
we don't know, I guess.
You got a, 1,200 ton piece of granite that's, bigger than my whole apartment. And then they're going to move it 400 miles. Like, I don't know. I've seen illustrations of them like floating it on water. It's like, good luck floating a 1,200 pound piece of granite that like is the river.
Yeah, for sure.
That is the riverbed.
For sure.
Or like rolling it on logs. Like it would crush your logs flat.
Well, yeah.
They would be splintered. Like, how do you move them? I don't know.
I don't know either.
But we're way past that already.
Yeah.
We went the route of electricity and gunpowder, I guess.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah. So much better, right? Now we have Facebook and
right.
X.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. I've never had a Twitter.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter either. It's not for me.
I don't use TikTok.
I was on TikTok for a while. I'm not gonna lie. I got it when COVID hit. I mean, we were all bored as fuck, and so I was like
justifying it.
Yeah, I was like, I'll get TikTok. Like, I literally have nothing else to do. So I got TikTok, and then I actually I'm not gonna lie, I got addicted to it. Like, I had a really serious problem with like social media in general, honestly. And
it was like watching it or making them?
Yeah, no, watching it.
Just watching them?
Mm-hmm, definitely. And I feel like I still even kind of struggle with it. I don't have TikTok anymore because I deleted it because I was like, this is too much. But even social media in general, I feel like it's very addicting. And it can become very problematic. I mean, I found myself like hours and hours of TikTok, just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. It's such like concentrated content, and so much in these like 10-second videos. And it's like, how do you put your phone down and go do the dishes after that? You just want to watch one more video and one more video and one more video. And
yeah, I get stuck in the Facebook Reels a lot.
Me too. Yeah, that's after I deleted TikTok, I went to Instagram and Facebook Reels, and I was like, this is just as bad.
Yeah, they just try to copy the formula. Just short
For
short
sure.
form videos. It's like Vine got so successful so fast,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like everyone wanted to get that sort of. I think that kind of opened the door to short form videos.
For sure.
People understood like, wait, there's something here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I'll scroll those little short videos for
Definitely.
hours. Like, I only want to see like 10 seconds of a car crash.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, no, it's true.
You know? I want to see the 10 seconds and then move on to the
funny cat video.
Funny cat video,
yeah.
and then go to the skateboard trick, and then go to the, the comedian on stage.
Definitely.
Talking shit about someone's mom.
Yeah, right. It could be anything. That's the thing. You have no
Totally
idea what
random.
the next video is going to be. And that's, I feel like, what keeps people interested. Like, oh, what if the next video is great, So
That's my thought every single time.
that's how I feel when I'm ready to like turn it off. I'm like, oh, but the next video might be really interesting.
You scroll through 4 ads.
Yeah,
and
well, that
some
too.
boring ass video, of somebody's kid, and then you get to the next good one. It's like somebody doing a triple backflip off
Yeah.
a half pipe.
Well, and then you get those like happy chemicals in your brain, and you're like, oh, let's keep going.
Yeah.
It's hard, it's a weird thing to live in, because also, I mean, obviously we don't have enough research to know the true long-term effects. I mean, TikTok's been around for just a few years now. Like,
We're never going to know. There's no control.
yeah, exactly.
There's no control subject. Like, we would have to literally like go back in time and start gathering data on like Amish people to like have a control variable.
To, like,
we
really
don't
know.
There's no control variable though.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever it's doing to our brains, like we just got to figure it out on the fly.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be a mess in the
Yeah.
future.
It's like that for kids too. I mean, I honestly, I think it's going to be really hard for the kids nowadays to grow up, because, I mean, when I was a kid, like, cell phones were just becoming really, like, I had a flip phone,
Yeah.
I'm sure you had a flip phone too.
Yeah,
like
Motorola Razr.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we all had very simple, like, cell phones that if you even thought about opening the internet, it was like, oh my God, don't charge me, like, exit out of it or whatever. And
Like take 5 minutes to load up a
yeah,
website.
right. And so it's just so different. I mean, I don't know, kids these days, even us, I feel like, or at least for me, I don't even feel like I went outside as much as my parents did. And I know that kids nowadays don't go outside anywhere near as much as we did.
No. Why would they?
Yeah, exactly.
It's boring out there.
That's what I'm saying.
I rode my bike a lot when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I would go exploring. We'd do all sorts of stupid shit.
Yeah.
But like I played video games a lot too though.
Yeah.
And like my parents never had video games.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm pretty sure my dad bought a Nintendo when he was an adult.
Yeah.
So it's like,
see, and that's the thing, is we just don't know. You
Yeah.
know, parents are like, oh, I didn't have this, so maybe it'll be good for my kid, and then we just don't know.
most likely not.
Yeah.
We didn't evolve with these things.
Yeah.
Humans evolved without any of it.
Mm-hmm.
We became this version of humans without, phones in our pocket, and computers, and even calculators. We didn't have any of that shit.
But now we're evolving to a place where, like we were just saying in the beginning, is what happens if it all fails.
I mean, are we evolving, or are we just adapting to this?
I think we are
crazy-
evolving. I mean,
I think evolving is too generous. I think we're
Maybe
just
not, like-
adapting to the landscape we've created.
I don't know. I feel like not physically, like our bodies aren't evolving, but I think that obviously our technology and our capabilities are evolving for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
as civilians, sure, we have to adapt to what's around us, but the people creating these things, that is evolution. Things are changing every day. We've gone from these flip phones to FaceTime,
Yeah.
like our parents never would have expected to be able to look at your phone and see the person's face that you're talking to. They used quarters to call each other. And that's like crazy to us. Like that's evolution in my opinion.
I saw a payphone the other day.
I saw one too, actually, just the other day. I was like,
Pretty
wow,
wild.
people really use
I
these.
like remembered it.
Yeah.
I like looked and was like, whoa, a payphone.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, there was one at the, when we just went camping, there was one at the gas station right near the campsite. I was like, how interesting. But there's also not service there. So I guess that the payphone kind of makes sense in that situation.
Yeah. I wonder if it's in service. Does it work?
I don't know. I didn't try it. I didn't have a quarter.
It's just totally dead. It's just there for show.
It could be.
I see like spots where in the concrete where the payphones used to be.
Right.
You see like this little divider on a wall, and there's like nothing there, and there's like two little concrete squares. Like, oh, there's probably a payphone there.
Mm-hmm.
But now they probably just covered them all up with Amazon delivery boxes now.
Yeah, right. No kidding. Again, evolution though. Like, we have Amazon boxes. That's like, who would have ever thought we would have that? Amazon used to be just where you get books.
I don't know. I still think you're being like really generous calling that evolution.
You think? What?
Yeah.
You just...
I think it's like adaptation. It's just like, oh, here's a thing. Like, okay, everybody like get there. It's not like we're like, you know, becoming a being that is more suited to this landscape. We're just constantly finding new solutions to these immediate problems. And it's like, it's not as if we're actually changing. We're just changing everything around us.
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
We're not becoming more adaptable. We're just adapting. You know, I feel like evolution is about becoming more useful or becoming more adaptable or more like, you know, efficient even. But like, I don't know, I feel like this technology is like a crutch almost.
Yeah.
It's like making it to where we can't survive without it.
Yeah.
If a solar flare does hit, you can bet the population's going to take a dip too.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
So is it actually evolution? Like, I don't know. I think we're just like kind of like we're just building.
Yeah.
We're not evolving.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. I don't know how to describe it.
No, I get it. Yeah.
But I don't know. It's kind of scary.
It is, for sure.
Because like I don't know what the next technology is going to be, but it's going to make reality even less interesting. Whatever it is. Like, we're just going to be stuck in that technology now.
Definitely.
Whenever VR gets popular.
It's already starting to get popular. I mean,
it's popular.
Kids have like those Oculuses at home, and it's like...
It's still like mildly inconvenient.
Yeah.
So as soon as it becomes like slightly more convenient...
Yeah. If
it's literally just a pair of glasses you could put on...
Yeah.
Boom. We're done. Crazy. We're all done. We're all fucked.
You're right.
People are going to die of malnutrition left and right in first world countries.
Sad.
Just going to starve in the VR world.
God, it's so crazy.
Yeah. It's like when, I don't know, some Korean guy starved from playing StarCraft for too many hours straight.
Jeez.
He like had a heart attack or something because he wasn't sleeping.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's like trying to play StarCraft too much.
Wow.
But it's like that shit's going to happen when VR becomes really good.
Yeah, honestly.
You like have trouble distinguishing reality from VR.
Yeah.
It's going to be nuts.
Yeah. That is crazy.
It'll make metal shows pretty cool though.
It could. Yeah. Or it could ruin like the best part of it.
Yeah. That's probably more likely.
Yeah, my favorite part about going to a show is like it being real. Like it is a moment of being, you know? Like you can stand there and feel all of the things happening around you and all of your senses are being like stimulated and it's so real and you have all your friends there and like if that can all just be manufactured, I feel like it would take like the authenticity out of it, you know? Like that's what I love about it is that authenticity.
I mean, if it is just about the senses and stuff, like what if they manufactured every single sense? You wouldn't be able to tell, would you?
I guess, but...
Or if it was close enough.
Yeah.
Like, if you could feel it, like if they got the sense of touch.
That would be crazy.
Okay, then we're good. Like,
that would be really crazy. If you could be in a mosh pit in VR and actually feel people hitting you.
Somebody shoves you and you're like, oh shit.
That would be fucking crazy.
Like, get knocked on the ground, everyone picks you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
That would be.
That'd have to be straight up Matrix though.
Yeah.
Stab a USB into your spinal cord.
Oh my God. It's like too much. Too much.
Do you accept the terms and conditions? Yeah, sure.
Play at your own risk.
You just click red.
God. Imagine.
It's like they just commandeer your brainwaves. They just know what you're thinking. They know what you're going to be addicted to next. And those are the ads they send you.
Oh my God. Now I'm going to be paranoid. I'm going to leave here like bugging out about it.
Yeah. Welcome to my life.
Yeah.
I just can't trust anything anymore. And I saw I saw this VR game. It looks so fucking real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was just like you were actually driving. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it just like how would you like when you can't distinguish the difference? Like, why would you come back to reality?
Mm-hmm. That's the scary part. Especially for people who like struggle with mental illness and stuff. If you can step into something that's not real, I mean, it could really change the game for a lot of people and make things really complicated.
Complicated is the right word.
Yeah. Because then it, makes you think, is it better if you're in this reality that you have created and you can't tell the difference between the two, but you're happy in the one that's fake? Is it better or is it not? Is it a cop out or is it coping?
I'd probably be way happier in the fake one.
Sure, but then when you're forced to come out, if we have that solar flare and everything's screwed up, what happens next?
I don't know. I hope it's like Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
Just take me out.
Yeah.
Just microwave through the brain. I don't know.
That's one way
Like
to do it.
Inception. Just
Yeah.
jump off a building.
For sure.
It's like, nope, I'm still in a dream. We got to get out of here. Hop off the balcony.
God.
What a crazy movie.
Mm-hmm.
I always think about that when it comes to VR.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Honestly, I haven't seen Inception, so.
Well, it's like you go into a dream world and you can pretty much, if you get good enough, you can make whatever you want.
Right.
You know, it's like a lucid dream.
Yeah.
And you can go into another dream within that dream.
Right.
And
see, I knew that concept, like the dream within a dream thing.
The time dilation gets even slower.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do it like 5 or 6 times, now every second, like 35 years pass or something. So now you're in a dream and a dream and a dream and a dream. You go down all these layers.
Yeah.
And you're now like
lost.
You have no time. Like, well, you lose your perception of time.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make whatever you want. Time is no longer an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the point of it, is that you have infinite time now. And the guy's wife ended up losing her mind and knowing it was fake, knowing that it wasn't real.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted to get back to reality. And the only way to get back to reality was to, like, kill yourself or to wake yourself up.
Like in each layer?
Well, the quickest way to wake yourself up was to kill yourself.
Wow.
That was the ultimate way to get back to the next layer up.
Right. Okay.
And when she got to the final layer of reality, she thought she was still in a dream. She like lost herself. Oh. So she ended up jumping off a balcony in real life, trying to wake up. And like that's like the craziest part of the movie. Like I just spoiled the whole thing.
Yeah, it's fine. I was not gonna watch it anyway.
It's a good movie. It's really great, but it's like it's one of those ones where you really got to pay attention.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Like watch it twice a week later.
Yeah.
And like it's a mind fuck for sure. But yeah, that was a pretty crazy moment.
Yeah.
But I think about that moment when I think about like VR.
Yeah, sure.
And like once you can't tell from reality, it's like I don't know, are you gonna like freak out?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna like just stay there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either. We'll never know until we know.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
Getting real close.
I know.
Coming out with all these different technology, the whole fusion energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then superconductors. Hopefully that's real.
I heard
it was bullshit.
Those?
But it's like a problem with electricity is that when you send energy through something, it heats up.
Right.
Superconductor is like a theoretical material where you can transfer electricity with no loss to heat. So it runs, perfect 100% efficiency, no loss of energy, and like, 100% like as far as like speed goes, and there's no energy loss at all.
Yeah.
So batteries don't heat up, nothing will heat up. You don't need fans anymore. Like that's like the ultimate god material when it comes to electricity.
Interesting.
So once they figure that out, like we're good.
Yeah.
You could send electricity 1,000 miles. And
wow.
No loss of energy at all.
Wow.
And like that would solve a lot of problems.
Yeah. Sounds extreme.
But with that kind of shit, You could probably have computers the size of, like a tiny little grain of rice. And who knows what you could do with computers like that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Put one in your brain.
Oh my God.
You have a computer in your brain, it just talks to you all day long.
I think I would lose it. I would go crazy.
I think it'd be fun.
Maybe for a little bit. Is it like one you can put in and take out, or is it like you put it in and now you're like stuck with it?
I don't know. Probably depends on the terms of use.
Yeah, I guess so.
Whether you can turn it off or not.
Right.
It's like if you put this in, like it's just part of the terms and conditions. You can't remove it, or you go to jail. You get locked out forever. You have to remain in reality for the rest of your life.
Wow.
Pretty much like prison.
Yeah. Never thought of it like that. Reality is prison.
You get locked out of the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Our Lord Zuckerberg. Did you see the fight that's going to happen between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg?
I heard vaguely about it. Somebody brought it up while we were camping last night, and I did not catch what was going on.
Apparently, they're going to have an MMA fight. They're going to punch each other. Yeah, they're going to punch each other and try to wrestle. I don't know. I don't know, because they're billionaires.
For media? Just to do it? Or
both?
Because it's funny? I mean, if it's just because it's funny, I get that.
Mostly because it's funny.
Okay.
Because they both want to be look at us, we're funny. We're funny guys. We're cool. And
wow.
They're both just super nerds.
Right.
I don't know.
Interesting.
I see a lot of videos of Zuckerberg and his trainers. I don't.
Oh, they're training for this.
Yes.
This is a real serious thing.
MMA fight. It's not like WWE. They're not going to come out in costumes.
Well, I didn't think I thought
punch each other in the face. It's going to be awesome.
I thought it was just we'll just throw these guys in the ring and see what happens. But if they're actually training,
no. Well, Mark Zuckerberg does jiu-jitsu just as a hobby.
Okay.
I know that. Elon probably picked it up when the whole thing
started,
was conceived.
Yeah.
He probably was like, oh shit, I better learn some stuff.
Yeah.
But he's probably been training a little bit. But either way, I see way more about Mark Zuckerberg training.
Sure.
And I feel like Mark is gonna win. But
if it ever happens, I'm gonna have to actually go ahead and watch this, because I'm not a sports person. That's not my speed. But
it's gonna be streamed on Facebook and X.
I'll have to see that.
So
I'll have to check that out for sure.
It's probably gonna be a joke of a match.
See, that's why I want to watch it. I'm all for doing things because it's funny. That because I did beef. That was the whole joke. It was beef or whatever. So if it's for the joke, I will watch it.
Yeah, it pretty much is. I mean, they have no reason to.
Yeah.
There's no stakes involved.
Exactly.
It's not I'm going to give up my company if I lose.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing like that.
That's funny.
It's just for fun. But it's just nuts that two billionaires are oh yeah, we're going to fight.
It's so weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I want to see them fight, but at the same time, it's going to be I don't know. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a half-speed UFC match.
Sure. Yeah.
The guys I normally watch are just fucking world-class fighters.
Mm-hmm. These guys super badass.
These guys are just tech nerds with kids. They're just going to
go duke it out.
Slap each other a few times. I don't know.
That's funny.
Give up halfway through.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or maybe it'll be a great fight.
That would be nuts.
That would be. You
just have highlights forever.
Totally.
Never stop seeing the highlights. There's going to be memes about it. That's for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, the memes are going to go crazy. That is for sure.
See a gif of Elon Musk getting knocked out. Boom. Just see that gif forever. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah, honestly.
Probably see Mark get knocked out first.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
We'll just have to wait and see.
I wouldn't bet on Elon winning though.
No.
Maybe
he's secretly training though. Maybe
he's doing too much.
You think?
He's busy. He's a busy guy.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think Zuckerberg is as busy. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just have a feeling.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll see.
It's gonna be a match of the century.
Yeah, no kidding.
We got to get some metal guys to fight each other.
You think
The
so? Who do you think would be the best matchups?
Metal boxing league. I want to see Luis fight.
Fight who? Because that sounds scary.
Right?
That sounds
I don't know. But he'd be scary in a boxing ring.
Yeah, I would be scared.
Let's see. Luis versus... Shoot. Huh. I don't know. I was gonna say like Tim or Nate.
Okay.
I feel like they wouldn't take it as seriously.
I don't think so either.
I think Luis would take it way more seriously.
I think he would too.
Whoop their ass.
For sure.
I don't know. Hopefully they listen to this.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't know. Maybe members from the same band. See who's the best.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, see who's the best in Shores of Ithaca.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All at once.
Mm-hmm.
5-on-5.
Yeah.
Like would it be free for all boxing?
Maybe that's what they should do is like band versus band type thing,
Band versus band.
Yeah.
And they try to do some like 4-on-4 MMA matches. They tried to do that.
Yeah.
And it just
chaos.
is bad.
Yeah.
It never got popular.
Did you go to that one show where they did the swords and steel at the Nile?
I didn't. I wanted to, but I missed that one.
It was very strange. I will say that.
Is it not organized well or something?
It's hard to say whether it was organized well or not because I mean, they had the equipment. Like that part of it was organized, sure, but really they just stuck like 8 guys in night suits with real swords and axes and like serious weapons. Dull. Well, probably. I mean, sure, but they're also wearing like real chainmail and like real helmets and stuff, and like
that's part of it.
They beat the crap out of each other, and it was no like 2-on-2, or at least the part I watched. Maybe other parts were more than this, but I watched a couple of it, and it was just like everybody's hitting everybody.
That's dumb.
It was really weird. It was super weird.
Yeah.
Also, it was like in the Nile, like upstairs, just in this corner. Like they blocked off a corner for it. I expected it to be on the stage so that everyone would be able to see it.
That'd be dangerous.
I know. Well, I thought that too. I'm sure that's why they did it on the ground. Yeah, right.
Cool.
But they just had them in this corner, and it was so hard to see. And there were like these nets and everything. It was really weird. It was an experience, but it was definitely strange.
I've seen those videos, and it seems interesting. Like I would want to try it out.
Yeah.
But
well, these guys were professionals.
No,
they knew.
There's no professional.
They knew what they were doing. I think.
I mean, I don't know. Professional sword fighter? That sounds stupid in 2023.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money you make doing that. Probably not a lot.
Probably not a lot.
They probably all have day jobs.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's like this guy's a plumber.
Yeah.
He's also wields an axe.
Yeah. I will say too, it was really smelly. Like it smelled so bad, especially because I was trying to get close so that I could see. I'm not very tall, so like if people were in front of me, I wasn't going to see anything. It was on the ground. So I was trying to get kind of close to where they were coming in so that I could see, and one of them had like taken their helmet off, and I was like, "Oh my God, like this is really
Well, they probably
really
don't
intense.
Like wash their equipment every single
I don't know if
match.
they can, I'm sure they can somehow, but like
paper towel. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something.
Well, also how sweaty they get.
Yeah, they probably just throw it in a box.
No,
like,
seriously.
Okay, till the next match.
Mm-hmm.
Like the chainmail's all like dripping as they throw it in the box.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was very weird. But I think that was the Born of Ash debut show, wasn't it?
I think so.
That part was great. They did a great job.
Yeah, those guys are cool. I saw them at Sad Dad Summerfest.
Yep.
That was a cool show.
Yeah.
Somebody brought one of the helmets from Dark Souls. Like the
yes. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Nate took the guy's helmet and put it on himself.
Yeah.
It was like doing the salute.
Yep.
Like praise the sun. That was good.
Yeah, they're doing good stuff for sure.
Yeah, I want to see how far they go.
Yeah, I do too.
I know it's based on like a video game series, but
yeah,
the music is pretty solid.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know anything about Dark Souls except for that. That's what they base their band off of. But from what I think they're doing a really good job.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
I agree.
For sure.
I'm trying to think if I did see Shores. I saw Shores once.
I don't think I've seen them yet.
It was at an Adavant show.
Mm-hmm.
I think Born of Ash was there too.
Yeah.
Actually.
I don't know if I went to that one.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Yeah.
It was their CD release. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, I didn't go to that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Sorry guys, if you're listening.
The Adavant show was pretty cool. They had a guy playing like a mandolin and a flute or a piccolo.
Really?
In their band.
That's cool.
I don't know if you've ever seen Adavant.
No, I haven't.
They're like it's like Celtic.
Okay.
Kind of Celtic lore.
Interesting.
Metal band.
That's cool.
So they have a lot of those like kind of like.
Are they local or no?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been around for a while too.
Cool.
I think they're like 10 years or something.
Wow.
So they've been around.
Cool.
But it's like a themed band, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I love themed bands. I think it's like the best. Yeah.
On stage, you know.
For sure.
They're like all, you know, Irish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'm all for the gimmick bands. If you've got a thing and you're gonna run with it, like I think it's super cool.
Like Cebulia.
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters.
Yep. Yep.
Don't they have a show coming up?
I think they do. I'm not sure when it is though, but I think they do.
I gotta go check those guys out.
Yeah.
I saw Power Glove live once.
I don't know what that is.
Power Glove. It's like all their songs are like Nintendo based.
Okay.
And like the lead singer wears the Nintendo Power Glove.
Right.
It's like this accessory they came out with is like a Nintendo controller on your wrist.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense. But they're naming their band after it. And it's just pretty funny.
Yeah. I saw Max Sabbath a few years ago and that was pretty awesome.
Max Sabbath? What's that?
It's a like McDonald's themed Black Sabbath cover band. And they all dress up and like it's all Black Sabbath songs, you know, but it's like McDonald's-ified or whatever. It was a great show. I mean, we went and we saw them. It was so long ago too. And, you know, the people I was with, they were like taking psychedelics and all this stuff. And I was the DD, so I didn't do anything or whatever. But it was in this restaurant, which was even weirder because it's somewhere I couldn't even tell you where it was.
It wasn't
I
even
don't
McDonald's,
remember.
was it?
No, of course not. That would have been awesome. But it was just some restaurant in like Scottsdale or something. But the people that showed up were really into it. And like there were some serious pits. Like it was a really great show.
They must have known the owner, maybe.
Maybe. But it was really fun. That one was really fun. Also, Necrogoblicon's a good gimmick band.
Necrogoblicon?
Yep. I've seen them a couple of times. They're pretty good.
They're not from here, are they?
No, they're a bigger band for sure. They did, gosh, what was it? They did a tour with Rings of Saturn a couple of years ago. I think it was before COVID even, that I went to. I think that's the only time I've seen them, but they have the goblin that like runs around and, you know, fucks around or whatever. But yeah, they're pretty cool too.
Yeah, some themed bands are kind of a miss for me though.
Yeah.
You know, like Ailstorm.
Yeah, okay. That one's I can't say I'm an Ailstorm fan.
It's like
you know,
too cheesy.
I think that yeah. I mean, like I said earlier though, like I'm all here for it. Like if you're doing it just to be funny, like I appreciate that. Like the fact that somebody wants to put pirate metal out there, like that is funny, you know, but
yeah,
I don't actually love their music.
It's funny, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
You can make pirate metal pretty brutal.
That's
There's
true
some pretty
too.
fucked up pirates out there.
That's true too. I agree with that.
Like you can make it brutal as hell. Like Amon Amarth.
Yeah.
They like sing about like battles and shit
definitely.
like that and like splitting people's skulls in half and like you could do that as a pirate metal band.
Yeah.
You talk about you shoot somebody's head off with a cannon or something.
Definitely.
Like
yeah, they definitely take it a little bit on the more comical side, but
yeah.
You know.
They're like sea shanties.
Yeah, for sure.
Like from
metal
Assassin's
sea
Creed
shanties.
or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what we were going for with Beef. I mean, we were just trying to be funny, but also be good. You know, we were trying to like have the joke going, but also have decent music where people were like, you know, it's the best of both worlds, you know. Like I was saying, like Necrogoblicon, in my opinion, is a really good example of like that. They're really funny. They have really funny songs, but their music's really good too. Like I genuinely enjoy their music, and that's kind of what we were going for too.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was fun.
Well, what happened with beef? Are you gonna bring it back, or are you kind of just?
I kind of it's.
I mean, I know you're focused on the whole school thing.
Yeah, well, there's that too. That's kind of what happened. Is when COVID happened, we all kind of went into like a COVID depression, and there was a lot going on, and we all kind of after COVID started going our own ways, and
Well, it's impossible to have start a live band
in the middle of COVID.
In the middle of
no,
COVID.
I know, and I think that's kind of what happened because we had a whole set. I mean, we have, I think it's 7 or maybe 8 songs completely written.
Nice.
We have a full set that we could have played, and we were ready to play it, and then COVID happened, and it was like, well, what are we supposed to do? And now we all have big girl jobs, and it just didn't work out. And I loved it for what it was. It was so much fun. I mean, we would have so much fun with it. Like, I remember Dakota and I would just sit at the table in our old house, and we would like roll a joint and just get so high and think of like the most ridiculous cow concepts and just write these ridiculous songs about it, but then put it to like really heavy riffs and stuff. And it was fun for what it was, but it is what it is. I do have one CD that is beef. And
you recorded it?
Kind of.
Or you just recorded? How'd you record it?
So it's ridiculous, and it again adds to the joke of it. It's just trash. That's all it ever was, and that's all it is.
Like a one mic in a room, or what?
Yeah, well, I recorded it on my phone, but this is what happened. I recorded the full set that we had written on my phone, and I had this recording up on YouTube. It's private, so don't try and look it up. You're not going to find it. But Bethany, for my birthday, had gotten her boyfriend's friend to burn it onto a CD for me.
Nice.
And she it was the best gift ever too, because like obviously I love beef, and I'm really sad that it like went that way, but I should have brought it up so I could show you. It's literally in my car, but it's like like the album cover is the beef logo, and it just says like raw beef across it because it's raw. I mean, it's a recording off my phone. Like it's nothing serious.
Makes sense.
But then there's these like photos of us. It was so good. It has all the lyrics written out. She did a great job. It was like one of the best gifts I've ever received, for sure.
I should try to get a demo recorded.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Pick a few of your favorites. Just practice a little bit. It doesn't have to be good.
I know. It won't happen, unfortunately.
People in the scene would love it.
I know. Well, and that's what I always said, too. So
who's stopping it? Is it you? Is it Beth? Is it Dakota? Who's stopping this from happening?
I said, I think we just kind of all went our own ways. Beth and Dakota don't really go to shows anymore. I mean, Beth still comes to shows and stuff, but we just, we're caught up in our own lives and stuff. I had talked to, actually, because of your podcast, when Ian brought up, he's like, oh, I would step in for drums on beef, but, Beth does that. I had thought about getting Ian to just record some stuff with me just so I could have it. And
yeah, sure.
Yeah. And then Art was like, oh, I'll do bass for it. Like, let's resurrect beef, and it just didn't happen, but it's okay. I'm happy with what it was. And again, that CD, it was such a great gift, and
Well, you could always just make a new band called Resurrected Beef.
That's what I was thinking too.
Resurrected Beef.
Well, that's what I told Beth is what I would want to do is if I got Ian and Art, if they had wanted to actually do it, is I would call it Beyond Beef, because how they say the Beyond Meat, it's not real meat. You know what I'm talking about? How they have the Beyond Burgers and stuff. So it's it would be beef, but it's not real beef. It's Beyond Beef, and it would be me, Ian, and Art. But I don't think it's actually gonna happen. But that's, like I said, it's okay.
Yeah, it's hard to get people organized.
That too, yeah. Well, and we have hopes for something new in the works. Alex, Art, Jonathan, and I are kind of thinking about getting something going.
You're gonna make a group?
Yeah, we have ideas.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I want to see if you can do something more.
Yeah.
Beef was cool.
Yeah. I keep telling these guys, I'm ready when you are, But again, we just get so caught up in our own lives. like you said, it's hard to organize people. It's hard to get to where we want to be in a place to do that, you know?
For sure.
So.
Shit, I can't even find somebody to do the video for my podcast.
Yeah.
I have to do it all myself.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It's hard, man.
But yeah, I can't imagine like finding a band. Fuck.
Yeah. It's been hard for sure.
But I've always wanted to like try to start up like a doom metal band.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Like Eric Ellis, Day Tripper.
Oh my god. I love
I've always wanted to
Day Tripper.
Start something like Day Tripper before I even knew Day Tripper.
Yeah.
Like, I've always wanted like, dude, I could do the singing. I could do the vocals.
Yeah.
For a doom band.
I
could fucking belt out some lyrics out there and put some filters on it, make it super long and like, you know, make it seem like it's far away, really big or whatever.
For sure.
Like I just need people to play the instruments.
Yeah. Right.
Like, I could make melodies too. I could write melodies and stuff, but
yeah, cool. Yeah, doom would be fun.
Just organizing people together though, it's
hard for sure.
Difficult.
Also finding practice space because
can't practice here.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Definitely. And even in a house, it's hard to practice, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be, I don't know, I guess a brick house.
Yeah.
Like when I did that house show with Arconaut.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't hear anything outside.
I know.
That was pretty nice.
Yeah, it's true.
Unfortunately, we can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
It's my brother's house now. And the living room has like this big ass piece of furniture in it now that we can't possibly move out. Just
sucks.
Just for a party.
Yeah.
It's like this big ass entertainment center. It takes up like a whole wall. It's like these 2 cabinets that have like glass doors, and it's like it looks nice, but we can't move it. Like we moved it in after those house shows. It's staying there. It's
just done.
Yeah.
Yeah. The house shows are so fun though. I mean, this last one that we had over at Tim and Justin's house, that went really well. I feel like everybody sounded pretty good. I mean, it wasn't too loud from outside. It was a pretty good time.
I wasn't outside. I stayed inside the whole time.
Did you?
Yeah. I was just inside.
Yeah.
I was trying to get videos of everybody, and I was trying to get videos of one of my favorite things is like getting a video like right when the set ends. The last song ends, and everybody puts down their instruments, the lights turn on, and everyone in the house show just floods the stage, and everybody's like, yeah, that was dope, dude, that was awesome, and everybody's like, you know, hugging each other and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get every like scene of that, you know.
Did you get them? Did you get a couple?
I think I missed Day Trippers, and then there's another one I missed, so I only had like half of them.
Yeah.
And
that's still cool. It's a cool concept.
Like I have the videos, but like I'm not good enough at like knowing which scenes I need to make a good continuous video. So it would have been really choppy if I made that. Like I looked at all the videos and I just couldn't get to piece together very well.
Yeah.
But one of the videos I did get from that night was Tim's amp. How it was like signed by
I remember
Black
that.
Dahlia. And I got a video of him explaining that whole story with Rob and everything. I got like an interview with them in his room.
That's awesome.
And then I have a video where I started the video just zoomed in on the message that was written on the amp.
Yeah.
It just zoomed in on that. And then I like zoomed out. And this is while Tim was playing. And he's like starts a solo right as I'm zooming out.
Oh, that's perfect.
And it like got really close to his guitar. And it like zooms in on his guitar and like... So I want to try to get a video of that, like a couple minutes or something. Just put that up on YouTube just for like, you know, documentation. But I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because like it's so cool how he got that amp.
I know. I was like totally blown away. I was so happy for him too. I knew how happy that made him. Like we all know.
You just see it in his eyes when he talks about it.
Yes, exactly.
Like, dude, I got this amp.
Yeah.
It's so fucking cool.
I know.
Like,
I know.
It's like, dude, I feel it. I feel you.
Yep. Yeah, I love that
dope.
guy.
It's like a relic, you know?
Definitely.
I just like how he heard them play on that amp.
Yeah.
The last time he heard them play was at Trevor's Memorial Show in Detroit, and it was with that amp, and he ended up with the amp.
It's perfect.
It's
it was
like,
so
fuck,
amazing.
Dude.
I know.
That's so nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got to get that video up soon.
Yeah, you should. I'd love to see it.
It's, the learning curve on video editing is just so steep.
Yeah.
And I'm impatient.
I understand that.
I hate learning new things. But that's why I got to find somebody who wants to do video for me.
Yeah.
I've been trying to recruit people, but
Yeah.
they just never text me back. It's because there's no money in this yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I can't just say like, oh yeah, I'll hire you.
For funsies.
$200 every time you make me clips. You know, I
Mhm.
can't do that. I can't afford that shit.
Right.
So it's like, well, I just got to learn it myself.
Yeah.
But maybe that'll help though. Then I'll have like examples.
Mhm.
And when I do have a team, I can say, make them like this.
Yeah, that's
Keep
true
them
too.
keep making them like this. Exactly the same. So I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
Just kind of procrastinating, I guess.
I get that. It's easy to do.
It's easy to do this. Like I just record the one video straight through.
Yeah.
And then I just throw some audio, like editing on it.
Yeah.
And then just post, like export the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Post it to YouTube.
Yeah.
No cuts. Unless you do a bathroom break or spill a beer or
Yeah,
something.
right.
But you got any other plans in music? Like I know beef isn't really part of your plans right now, but
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've been kind of talking, like throwing the idea around between myself, Alex, Art, and Jonathan.
right. What kind of band do you think it's going to be?
It's going to be like a big melting pot of everything all of us love. So we want like the beat down riffs, but we also want like, you know, some slam in there. And like, I'm really a thrash girly. So like, I want some thrash in there. Maybe a little bit of like sludge, just kind of like a total melting pot of just everything. But really, I mean, whenever we talk about it, we just want something that's like going to get people moving, because that's what we love about music. That's what we love about going to shows, is like music that makes you move, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're going for.
Well, start recording.
Yeah.
Even if
we gotta practice first. I mean, we gotta like.
Even if you're not going to use the recordings, like start recording yourself.
Yeah.
That way you can listen to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can say like, oh, I didn't like that part.
That's true.
It's hard to tell yourself that while you're playing.
Yeah.
You know what
fair
I mean?
enough.
So like, just start recording, even if it's like with your phone.
Yeah.
Like then you can send it to the other people in the band. And like you don't have to be in the same room.
Yeah.
You just send them a clip real quick and be like, hey, how do you like this riff?
How do you feel about this?
Can you make a bass to this or whatever?
For sure.
But you got to like start making it material.
Yeah.
You got to like create it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's where most people fucking just drop the ball.
Yeah.
They just stop making it real.
Mm-hmm.
But like I tried to do like this jam band for a little bit. It's just me, a friend named Travis and Robert.
Mm-hmm.
And Travis was on drums. Robert was like lead guitar, and I was supposed to be rhythm.
Mm-hmm.
But we never actually like recorded anything.
Yeah.
So it's like it never went anywhere.
None
of it was real.
Mm-hmm.
It was all just in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't work out. Robert drank too much vodka.
That
just didn't. He kind of kept taking over all the sessions.
Yeah.
We're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, stop.
That's
You just like start doing a solo out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, stop playing your guitar.
I had tried to jam with a kid that Bethany had met from when she was doing West Mac. She had met a couple of kids who played, and you know, he was a really cool kid. You know, he liked metal. He was young. And Beth was like, you guys should jam. Like, you guys should try and like make some music together. And he came over to my house, and like I plugged in. I was ready to play music, and that's pretty much all he did. He didn't want to play anything together. Like, he was just playing Pantera riffs like over and over and over again. I'm like, dude, you want to like coordinate something? You want to play like maybe a Sabbath song that we both know, like something, you know, whatever.
He just plays tabs.
He just wouldn't do any of it.
It's just
dude.
a tabber.
Yeah, it was he was a great guitarist. I will give him that. He was very talented for sure, but he didn't want to jam. Like, I think he just wanted like somewhere to be loud. So that's what we did. Beth and I just kind of sat there and we were like, all right, dude. Like, okay.
This isn't going well.
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but you know.
Yeah, it's hard to find people who want to collaborate.
Yeah, for sure. Or even know how to collaborate. I don't think he knew what he was doing. I think like he thought that that's what it was to like play music together. And maybe we just had different thoughts. Like, I thought we were going to like write riffs or like jam together, you know, play something in some kind of collaboration. But I don't think that's what he had planned.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, I feel like my project was like, we started off, you know, making riffs and like saying like, oh, what can you play with this and stuff. And then like, as the night went on, it would just devolve into the Robert show.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, it's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I guess I'm giving up tonight.
Yeah.
You know, it was a lot of that. But I don't know. I never really was a great guitar player anyways, so I'll just play like some, I don't know, Led Zeppelin sounding bullshit.
Right.
This is like some easy fucking open chords. I just play on an acoustic.
Yeah.
Just some bullshit like that. But
hey, the acoustic's still fun. Last time, not this past weekend when we went camping, but the time before that, a bunch of the guys had brought like guitars and stuff, and they were just playing beautiful music, and people were singing, and it was great. Diego especially. I mean, he had his guitar, and it was awesome. Alex and I were both really sad Diego didn't come camping this time because we were like, we want to listen to him sing and play guitar. It was so fun.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of people who can do that.
Yeah.
Like sing and play at the same time.
Yeah, I have a really, really hard time with it. It's really hard.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I have a keyboard over in the corner there, and like
Yeah.
I can't even play with both hands. Like
Yeah, it's hard.
I struggle with both hands. And like people play both hands and sing into a microphone.
Yeah. Or those guys
like,
with like
Jesus.
The harmonica straps too, and like the feet drums,
The
and
one-man
like some
bands?
people, some people get real
they have,
crazy
like, the
with
strings
it.
on their elbows and
Yep,
shit. Like,
exactly.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff's crazy.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like street performers.
Yeah.
I've seen this one this duo on my Facebook recently. It's like these two saxophone players. One of them plays an alto sax, this girl, and then the guy plays like this fucking baritone, like super low, like a big ass one, you know.
Okay.
But they play some crazy beats just as street performers.
That's cool.
You know? But it's like super fast, like upbeat.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like ska or punk or something.
That's really cool.
You know? It's crazy.
Do you know what they're called?
I could look it up and send it to you later.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know what they're called right now. You know what? I'll just look it up.
Okay,
For the
yeah.
video's
Give them a
sake.
shout out.
Yeah, I want to give them credit. They're so good. I remember seeing a video of this guy in like a subway like years and years ago. It was just him with this fucking big ass baritone sax, and he was like fucking jamming out with the big ass saxophone, like just standing there, and people were like walking by like, what the fuck? And he was like loud as hell, you know. Saxophones are just loud as hell.
Definitely.
In a subway, it just reverberates like crazy. But let's see if I can find it real quick. It's called Too Saxy.
All right.
That's their page on Facebook.
Cool.
Too Saxy, like the number 2.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, you'll probably like them.
Yeah.
They're good. If you like punk.
I do.
Yeah,
Especially ska punk.
They've got like the punk vibe.
Yeah. Okay,
for sure.
cool.
Like super fast, like higher tempos kind of stuff. But yeah, saxophone is always gets me. I don't know why.
They're cool. They're really cool
just
instruments.
Sound neat.
Yeah.
They sound so much different than everything else.
It's true. I always wish that I had picked up a wind instrument like in school, you know, and played in the band or anything. I played the cello in school, which was still cool, but I wish I had done a wind instrument.
That's a hard place to start.
Yeah. It was.
To start with a cello?
I did, yeah. 4th grade came around and they were like, you can be in band or you can be in strings. And I was like, I want to play the cello. My mom was like, really? Like, you don't want a violin or like...
Something cheaper?
Yeah, like totally. I mean, literally like anything else. I was like, no, I want a cello. And I remember being in 4th grade and having to lug my cello around like every...
Would you just see a movie with a cello in it or something?
I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I was a weird kid anyway. Like, I just was very strange. And yeah, I don't know. I really wish I knew what I was thinking, but I don't. I have no idea. But I would like lug it around and stuff. And it was like damn near as big as I was, right? And we couldn't leave it at school because I didn't have 2. And I had to practice at home, right?
Yeah.
So I had to bring it to and from school. And I would walk to school too. So I would literally, like, I had straps and I would put it on my back and like walk my ass to school with this big cello. And eventually my mom was like, you can't keep doing that. Like, you're going to break it. You're going to hurt yourself, like, whatever. So she actually drilled skateboard wheels to the bottom of it. And so I would just drag it around school. And that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had a saxophone in 4th grade, an alto. It was small, but it was still brass. It was heavy. And me and my brother shared a saxophone. We just had different mouthpieces.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure.
It was pretty weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wish I would have stuck with it.
I wish
pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish I had stuck with the cello too, but I think like after I remember I played it through 6th grade, and then once 7th grade came and I like went to middle school, I was like, I'm not gonna play cello anymore. I wish I did though. It's a hell of an instrument, dude. It's so cool. Like it's a beautiful instrument, but
yeah, Eric was telling me that he writes a lot of stuff on violin.
Yeah. Yeah, he plays it in Day Tripper too, yeah.
Yeah, because he just plays it by ear. So he'll just play something on violin and like, oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Like transfer it to guitar.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that was actually another thing. Not this past weekend, but the last camping trip when everyone brought their guitars, he also brought his violin.
Nice.
It was so awesome. I mean, it was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You gotta let me know when you guys go camping next time.
Yeah, we're trying to plan something before it starts to get cold again. So I'll definitely invite you.
As long as it's not too hot.
Well, we go up north, so this past weekend, I think the high was like 75.
Really?
Yeah, and the low was like 54.
Shit, I've seen it 90 degrees in Payson before.
Yeah, not this weekend. I don't think we would have done it if it was that hot.
Probably rained a bunch.
It actually did rain for about 4 hours yesterday, but we all just like crawled into our tents and took a nap.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it was good. It was fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Were the creeks running?
We weren't near it. We were, we were just like in like woods, you know. We weren't really trying to go anywhere and get near any water or anything.
Yeah. Last time I was up in Payson, I was like hiking next to a creek, and Mars and I found a fucking Gila trout that was like 4 inches long.
Wow.
4 or 5 inches long in there. It's like,
dang,
damn, that thing's pretty big for being like a tiny little Arizona creek.
Yeah.
Like shit. How many of them are in there?
Right.
You know? It was just swimming with the stream.
Yeah.
Like just hovering there. Like it had nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Like that's its whole life.
That's
like,
funny.
Fuck. Can't imagine.
Yeah. Do you camp a lot or?
I'd probably drive up north just to drive up there more than I actually go up camping. Mm-hmm. But lately I haven't been camping a lot at all.
Yeah.
Just that annual trip I was telling you about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
My dad and a bunch of his old buddies, and I guess me and my brother and his friends are like the new generation coming up. We go on like an annual camping trip called Wally World, and we go up and somebody usually brings games, either like cornhole or horseshoes or whatever, but usually it's just our weekend to let go, just fucking, chill with the guys and drink a bunch of beers and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we do, too, is we just, like, all hang out and we, drink. And Eric brought bocce ball this past weekend, which I had never heard of bocce ball.
Really?
I had no idea what that was. I didn't play.
It's a rich person game.
Is it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't have guessed they were all playing it, like,
you can play it until you're, like, 95.
Yeah.
You can keep playing it forever. It's like golf.
Yeah.
It's another rich person game.
Good to know. Well, they were playing it out in the woods, and it was pretty entertaining.
Bocce ball's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
It's good. It gets competitive.
Does it?
Yeah, it can. Depends how hardcore you are,
Yeah. I honestly wasn't paying too much attention to their game, so it might have gotten competitive.
I talk a lot of shit. I get competitive with any games. Yeah. That's why I can't play beer pong too much at parties.
Get too crazy.
Get too fucking loud. It's like at that one of those house shows I threw. I was fucking yelling at one of my brother's friends, and he was yelling back at me. Like, we're both really intense and like competitive, and he thought I said something else. Like, I asked, like, was there a dead cup? Did you guys make one already? And he thought I said something else, but he said no. And then he makes a cup on the next turn and says, death cup. got you.
Yeah.
That's 3.
Yeah.
And we would have lost. And I was like, no, motherfucker. No, I fucking asked you. And like I started yelling and he started yelling back at me and
just got crazy.
Everyone in the backyard thought we were gonna fight.
Dang.
It got intense.
Yeah,
but,
sounds like it.
I know Jesus and he knows me and he knows that like none of us are gonna fight. Like we're not gonna. We've known each other for too fucking long.
Yeah.
Like we can't. Like if it went to blows, like more people would have jumped in.
Sure.
It would have gotten way out of hand.
Yeah.
Like we both know we're both intense people, so it's like I was yelling at him, he was yelling at me. Like,
yeah.
It was just funny. Like we were both calling each other a liar. Like everybody was like,
that happens with beer
dude.
pong though. I mean, people get really serious about it.
Yeah.
It's pretty intense.
We were like, I was probably like 10% fucking around.
Yeah.
Like
Sure.
we knew it wasn't going to come to blows, but at the same time, like neither of us wanted to back down. It was just funny how everyone at the party thought we were going to fight.
Yeah.
They were like, dude, are you okay? Like,
like I'm good.
I'm fine. It's fine. This motherfucker is lying to me right now.
That's funny.
Just keep it going. But yeah, we do shit like that out in Wally World for sure.
Yeah, cool.
We had a axe throwing last time.
Wow.
Somebody brought a couple hatchets and like
sounds
a
dangerous.
piece of plywood that we destroyed.
Wow.
I don't know, just stand far away.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just don't stand next to the target.
That makes sense, yeah.
Like we don't do any like target shooting, like guns or anything.
Yeah.
We don't shoot any guns.
Yeah.
Somebody brought a bow. That's
cool.
And he shot it into that plywood and spent 10 minutes trying to get that fucking arrow out.
I bet. Yeah.
He didn't shoot the bow very much after that. It's like, you got to bring a bow target, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
To shoot that shit into wood.
Yeah.
Like, good luck getting your arrow back.
Yeah,
you destroyed several arrows.
Yeah, I would imagine.
They're just little practice ones, but
yeah,
still bad idea.
Yeah, for sure.
Arrows just don't. They don't just come out of trees.
No, that's not what they're made to do.
Pull 'em out. Fucking Hollywood shit.
Yeah.
Do you do any sports like that?
No,
like shooting or bow.
I'm very unathletic.
Unathletic.
I'm extremely uncoordinated. It's not for me. I'm
do you
also like, I'm an artist, man.
Artist.
Like, yeah. Like I like to be creative.
Have you done anything lately?
You know? I've been more into like the fiber arts a lot lately. So a lot of like fiber arts. So like crocheting and sewing and like that kind of stuff. So less of like the visual arts.
Got you.
I went through a big thing like last summer.
Visual.
Yeah, but like I don't mean like
patterns,
like 2D stuff, you know. That's more what I mean. Like I'm not painting as much as I was.
You make a quilt?
I don't have the patience for that. So I do like small projects.
You need like a big ass 6-foot loom.
Yeah. That sounds like it would take up a lot of space. But I actually have been working on like a t-shirt blanket because I have a bunch of old band t-shirts from like when I was in high school, you know.
Nice.
I can't wear a small anymore. Like I haven't worn a small since I was 15. So I have all these really cool band t-shirts that I'm just never going to wear. So I like started cutting them all up and started sewing them together, and they're just kind of sitting around right now, but
nice.
I had started that up.
Well, you can make a quilt out of that and like hang it up.
Well, that was kind of the idea, but again, I just don't have like I like the small projects, so I started it and then it's kind of sitting around. But I'll get to it someday.
Do you do any painting anymore?
Not as much. Like honestly, my problem with like painting and stuff is that I don't have a very like original artistic mind, if that makes sense. So like I can recreate things if I see them. Like if I look at this beer can, for example, I could draw it and it would look pretty close to the beer can, but I can't just like imagine myself, like I can't imagine in my head somebody holding a beer can and then paint it onto a canvas. So painting is really hard for me because I just feel like I have to copy something, and then I get this weird like dilemma of like, well, is it really my art if I'm copying somebody? And so I don't really.
If you practice it enough,
you would think.
If you paint like 4 people holding a beer can,
eventually I would get it. Yeah,
you wouldn't have to look at a picture, right?
Maybe
you get pretty close.
You would think.
Yeah, it's just practice.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have recently gotten into paint by numbers though. You ever done those when you were a kid?
Yeah.
They have
I've
adult ones.
Sort of.
They have grown-up ones, and they're really fun. So Alex and I got a couple. You can get them at Michael's, and they're like made for adults, you know, so they're kind of hard.
Yeah, it's detailed.
Yeah, and we just like get stoned.
It's
and
not hard. It's tedious.
Yeah, well, yes, exactly. Yeah, it's very like meticulous.
Yeah,
And
we have some of the diamond art things.
oh, cool. Okay.
It's like diamond by numbers. You just put a little gem
I've
and
seen
each
those.
number. Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
so tedious. I can't do it. That's from Mars.
I love it. It's like meditative for me. Like I love being able to like not think about it.
Mars and I got into perlers.
Okay.
So like those little beads
Yeah,
that
the
you
beads.
iron.
Mm-hmm.
We were making like a bunch of Pokemon
That's cool.
characters, you know, and
Fun.
like all the pixelated ones.
Yep.
I made a Street Fighter guy, like
Nice.
Ryu. And I made something for my mom. It was like she has two Boston Terriers, a brown one and a black one. And I made a Boston face, like the brown one and the Boston black one, like a heart in the middle.
That's
and I,
so cute.
Made that all, like ironed it all up. And I tried to make their expressions like the actual dogs. You
Yeah.
know? Like one of them always is like just dopey as hell, like stupid kind of just dog look on her
Right.
face. And the other one's just like her ears are always back. Just like, you know, like looking up at you with like the puppy dog eyes. So I try to emulate that in the artwork.
That's cool.
But, yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool project.
Yeah.
I tried to make a Queen album cover.
Okay. Like out of the beads.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I got a big board for it and everything. I was gonna make a big square album cover, and I realized how many beads that was gonna take.
Yeah.
To do a full square. It was gonna take thousands of beads.
For sure.
And I like did the outline and like some of the background. I was like, oh my god.
Never mind.
Like I don't even have all the colors I need to
Yeah.
make this look good. And yeah, it was bad. I gave up on that.
Yeah.
It would have been cool. It was going to be big. I literally looked at the measurements for a vinyl album cover, and I wanted to match it as close as I could to a vinyl cover, like a big ass square. It just took way too long.
Yeah. See, that's how I am. Like if the project's going to take too long, I'm just not going to do it.
Yep. That's why this podcast is so simple.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I have to keep it simple or I'm just going to quit.
Yeah.
Like that's why I don't do any like editing or anything. I just go
Let it
straight
be.
through,
Yeah.
post it. Like I'll do the editing to make it like easier to listen to
For sure.
in like a car. If the frequencies are all fucked up, you just can't turn the volume up. It just hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I try to make it like, you know, listenable, like radio, pretty much background noise. But the video is where I kind of draw the line. It's going to take too much effort to clip and get all the highlights out of all this shit.
Yeah. I understand.
I don't even listen back through these episodes, honestly.
Really?
No.
Just straight
Some
to
of
the
them.
tube.
And when I do listen to them, I'm like laughing out loud. Like as I'm listening to
Really?
them, I'm like, oh, I remember that.
Wow.
You know, I'll laugh. And then like, it's just for sound quality. Like I'll click on like the highest wavelengths. And just like make sure a laugh sounds good. So I'll like click on the laugh. And then I'll like click a little bit before it to hear why we laughed.
Yeah. Right.
And I'll be like, oh, okay.
I like that.
All right, that's good. And then the laugh sounds all right. I'm like, okay. And
Yeah.
I'll just apply it to the whole file.
Yeah.
The whole 3-hour file gets that filter.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But yeah, I try to make the process as easy as possible.
Just get it done.
I tried to clip out a story from Eric's episode, and it was so much work. And I did like a half an hour of work just clipping out sentences and trying to cut dead air out and trying to make the story good. And then like when I got to the end of that half hour of work, I realized the video was already 1.5 minutes long. I was like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Like that's already really long for a reel. I'm like, fuck, the story's not even halfway in.
Yeah.
And then I started to like think about like, okay, I got to cut this line and then this line. And another half hour goes by and I only have like, 30 seconds of a video and not even halfway through the story yet. I'm like, fuck, man.
Dang.
Like I just don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Like I got to get better.
Yeah.
I just got to take the time and
Well, I mean, it's just practice. Like you
Yeah.
were saying about the painting. I mean, you
just got to
just
spend the
keep
hours.
doing it over and over, and eventually it'll be muscle memory.
Sucks because video programs are not my favorite.
No?
No, I don't like working on computers.
Yeah, that makes
I
sense.
think it's frustrating.
Yeah, I understand.
You right click when you weren't supposed to and something else comes up and
Yeah.
fucks up something. You had to like undo it and go back, and there's just so much knowledge involved.
For sure.
It's like painting, that's one thing. I can see the colors.
Yeah.
I know there's red right there and there's blue right here. I can mix them and get purple and then slap it on the canvas.
Fair enough.
Or whatever. Like I can do all that just by eyesight.
Yeah.
A computer program is totally like so many little options and buttons and stuff.
Yeah.
You just have to know. Just have to memorize it.
Yeah.
Like I suck at memorization.
You'll get there.
No. I'll never be good at memorization.
No, I mean you'll get there with like knowing what you're doing.
Maybe I just need to get by long enough to find a video editor who believes in this project.
Fair enough. Yeah.
If I have somebody who knows how to use the program already,
Yeah.
I'm just like, make these reels.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah.
Just make a few, make 2 per episode. And when I can pay you, I will.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm
like,
telling
that's
you,
it.
merch. Like get at least like if you get some merch going, you can at least get some kind of like
No, I need
something going into it. Even if it's like, you know, not right now, obviously, but if you just like
merch is pretty like it's pretty how do I say it? Like incremental.
yeah.
You know, as far as like growth goes. Like I think advertising is going to be where this podcast makes money.
Yeah.
Right.
That
So
makes
like
sense.
advertising off of like the reels and clips and,
Sure.
and shit like that. So like I need to get viewers and I need to keep people watching.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Like I don't think anybody who fucking lives in like Wisconsin who heard this podcast one time is gonna like go out and buy a shirt online for my
Maybe.
podcast.
I mean,
like,
you don't know.
maybe, but like selling shirts and stuff, that's for bands. Like they
Not
see
always.
a band.
Content creators
and-
make merch all the time.
I know. Maybe I'm just fucking.
Well, I'll say this too. This is like something that is very recent, but our school was gifted a screen printer, and
Oh,
so
nice.
Alex is learning how to screen print T-shirts and stuff.
Nice.
So
That could be a moneymaker.
I know. So
Print up some local T-shirts.
yeah, that's the plan. We're hoping we can do something there.
I do have a shirt. I have 2 shirts.
Yeah.
I made a extra large and a small.
Yeah.
Just for me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
But that's the only 2 that exist right
Yeah.
now. Then I made a big ass bumper sticker for
That's
the
cool.
tailgate of my truck.
Yeah.
It's like a big, like 11-inch sticker on the back of my truck. My mom made it with her Cricut machine.
Dude, I love crickets.
Yeah, I just sent
those
her.
things are so
I sent her my
sweet.
logo.
Yeah.
And then like the next day I went over there and she had the sticker. She's like, "Where do you want to put it?" I'm like,
That's
Hold on,
awesome.
let me go clean off my tailgate real quick.
Dude, I want a cricket. Those things are so cool.
Yeah, it's badass.
They're so cool.
She has a mug printer.
Mm-hmm.
I made a
That's
Cytera
cool.
mug.
No way.
Yeah, I have the one and only Cytera mug.
That's awesome.
I was thinking about giving it to Luis.
Yeah.
Just give him the.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets on here to do a damn episode,
he
like,
hasn't been on yet?
I've scheduled him a couple times,
Wow.
but it always falls through.
Dang.
It's not his fault.
Yeah, I understand. Life gets in the way.
So many
Yeah.
episodes have fallen through.
It's all good. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad that more have happened than have fallen through.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm happy about
I mean,
that.
this is 35. That's like,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
it's all right. It's been out 1.5 years or so.
Yeah.
I think the first episode was Attila, like 1.5 years ago.
Wow.
That was rough.
Really?
I did not know what I was doing.
Wow.
I had 2 mics that one of them was okay to use. I was using some blue microphones. They're called Sparks,
Okay.
but they picked up from the front and the back.
Mm.
So anything you said would get picked up by my mic, as well as your own mic.
Right.
But with that 5 feet of delay on it, so
Yeah.
it'd be like echoey, you know. So like the first 15 episodes are all with those mics. And it was dumb. It was a dumb idea. These
Hey.
mics, you're not hearing shit from this side of
Yeah.
the mic. It's awesome,
Yeah.
but it makes it sound so much better without any editing. Like I'm glad I got these. I need 2 more of them.
Yeah.
They're like $400 though.
Dang.
Yeah, these mics are expensive.
Holy cow.
I didn't get them at the same time.
Yeah. I would imagine.
Yeah, it took a while.
Yeah.
Like I was just telling you, the rack I want.
Yeah, right.
Like the box empty is $250.
Yeah.
Like
Everything
the
else
power conditioner
is
is like 800.
Yeah.
The preamp I want's like another 450.
Yeah.
You know, the mixer is going to be another 800. Like, I want to get an inline compressor as well. That's going to be fucking expensive.
Yeah.
But once I have all of it, I can just literally toss it in the back of my truck, bring it somewhere else, and just plug it in.
That's a good point.
And I got a portable studio.
Yeah.
My ultimate goal is to have a van.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, to shoot out of like a Mercedes Sprinter or something like that. One of those big ass fucking. I don't want to live out of it, but
yeah,
I can make a living room inside of it or something.
For sure, yeah.
Put a
You'd
couch.
do something really cool.
Like Steve-O.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Then I could follow touring bands around.
That's a good point too.
Yeah, that would be that's like my ultimate goal with this. That'd be cool to do that at least a couple times.
Yeah.
Like go follow fucking Black Dahlia.
Yeah.
Just hit their opening bands. Like get members from the openers of their show.
Would you do like fans too? Like pull
Maybe for,
random
like,
people?
specials.
Yeah.
Like I have one special episode and it's only 10 minutes long.
Really? Which one's that?
It has my dad.
Oh, cool.
So
okay.
I pretty much interview my dad, and it is more of an interview style. I just ask him questions about like his music, like experience, like growing up. And he talks about like high school and how he was in a band in the Navy. And, like they played on the ship. They had like amped up their shit on the ship and played.
That's awesome.
And yeah, he went through all like his history and like a cover band, like doing shows around here in AZ and stuff. So that was just a short, like I think it's like 12 minutes or something. But
That's
I could
cool,
do
though.
episodes like that for sure. Just hit up like I don't know, the doorman or something. Whoever's doing tickets.
For sure.
Just get a short interview with that guy.
Yeah.
Got
That would
another
be fun.
Rob character.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that'd be cool to travel around and do this.
Yeah. Do you like to travel?
I like to see new places.
Yeah.
I fucking hate driving.
Really?
I don't like driving at all. It's just boring. Like I need things to happen. I need things to be happening, you know?
Yeah.
Like fucking I don't know, just driving is just so boring, and like I get comfy and sometimes I like start falling asleep and then it gets scary.
That is scary, actually.
And then I'm like,
yeah.
I fall asleep too easily. That's like a curse that I have. I can fall asleep anywhere, including the driver's seat of a car.
Yeah, that's really scary.
Like, I don't know if I have 100% control over that.
Yeah.
But
There was one time that we had driven out. It was Dakota, Alex, and myself. We had driven to LA to go see DRI. And we thought that we could do it in a day trip. So we left super early in the morning, drove 6 hours to LA, hung out in LA for a couple hours, went to the DRI show, and then decided to drive home. And it was the scariest drive of our lives.
oh yeah.
I mean, we pulled off. The 6 hour drive probably took us like 10 or 12 because we kept pulling off and having to sleep. I mean, we just couldn't.
Oh yeah.
We couldn't stay up, you know. But we didn't have money for a hotel room. We were fucking broke, you know. We were like, there's nothing else to do.
Argonaut and Condemned had the same kind of situation. We were gonna play a show in Albuquerque. We ended up canceling it because the venue is garbage, and it kind of just got fucked up.
Yeah, it sucks.
And so we decided to drive home that night. None of us were prepared for that. It was like
idea.
It was like 6 p.m. or like 7 p.m. and we're like, we need to go home. Like we cannot stay here. All of our shit is gonna get stolen.
Yeah.
If we don't leave now.
Yeah.
And like there was definitely like some protests and conversations.
Sure.
And some fighting.
Yeah.
And we fucking drove home that night. I was not going to let that go. I was like, no, no, no. Because if something does go wrong, I'm going to be the one saying, I fucking told you so.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
Like, we're fucking leaving, dude. We're going now. And damn, that was a drive from Albuquerque to Arizona. We got home at like 4 a.m.,
Wow.
5 a.m. It was the scariest fucking shit.
Horrible.
I drove the last leg,
Yeah.
the last like 3 or 4 hours. I was just like so fucking exhausted. It's like, oh my God. It's so intense. I hate driving tired.
Yeah.
I don't like driving at all, but tired is the worst.
I mean, like I said earlier, I've been traveling a lot this summer and I've been on a couple of airplanes. And I've realized that I don't really like airplanes that much. Like, I love to travel. I love to go places, but I really would rather drive. Like, I don't like,
I like how they're fast.
they are fast, but when you're going somewhere really far, like 5 hours of sitting in one seat
Not
is
too bad.
It's hard.
Oh, you mean sitting in an airplane for 5 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, with a car, like,
I
you
think it's
can
better
park.
than sitting in a car for 20.
That's what Bethany was telling me too, because Beth's like, no, I love the airplanes. But Beth also, like, obviously she's partial to airplanes because she works with them. But it was not for me.
It's miserable. Being in an airplane is fucking miserable.
It's hard.
If I don't move my legs for too long, my knees just start to just scream in pain for no reason. I don't know what that is. If it's like ADHD or something, I don't know. But
I also have anxiety, so like I will not get up and go to the bathroom even if I have to because I don't want people looking at me. So that part sucks too. I'm like, I don't want to walk past all these people.
Pretend you're blind and close your eyes.
Then I'm gonna fall over, and then people are gonna see me even more, and it's like I'll just wait, and it's really uncomfortable, but it's more comfortable than thinking about people looking at me. So
what if you made it into like a show, like did it as a video on purpose?
I think that's worse.
No,
you
wouldn't even do it for the views.
No.
It's like, I'm going to the bathroom now, everybody.
No, I don't want to be perceived. I don't want anyone
to be perceived.
I don't want anyone to know I exist on that airplane. I don't want any of them to know. So.
All right. Well, maybe you just need a smaller airplane.
Maybe. Hey, Beth wants to get her pilot's license. So if that happens, I'll ride in an airplane any day. If Beth's driving and I'm in the...
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've thought about it before.
Yeah.
It just takes time, though.
Yeah. Well, and it's expensive. Flight school's super expensive.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, she wants to do it. I mean, she's working on the, like, mechanic stuff right now, and she just wants to get through that enough to pay for flight school and then do that.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I worked on airplanes in the Navy.
That's awesome.
I did more maintenance bullshit.
Yeah.
Like inspections and when the plane lands, you got to inspect it, make sure there's no, like, you know, missing screws.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes into it that I never would have realized, but now that Beth does it, like, it's really crazy.
What does she do?
So she works for a company called AeroSecure, and they used to just do like custom builds. So they would like basically do like upgrades and things like that. But now they're opening up to maintenance and stuff. She was doing the tech stuff and actually working on the airplanes, but now she's doing a little bit more of a management role. So she's doing a little bit of both. Sometimes she's still like out on the planes, but a lot of times she's like managing the people who are working on the planes, which is really cool. I mean, she's young and a woman in the industry, which is
pretty
awesome. Rare. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
aviation is definitely like
it's a man's world.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. No, she kicks ass. I love it.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
I mean,
really cool.
She's got to do the work.
Yeah. Well, and she loves it too. Like she loves working with her hands. And
it's not like it's a man's industry because men are keeping women out.
Sure.
It's just that most women don't want to fucking work on airplanes.
No, and it's true, and that's how I feel too. I'm like, it could never be me. I would never. You know, I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, they say men are interested in things and women are interested in people.
Mm-hmm. Like, yes, that's true too.
That's hard to ignore.
Yeah,
it's a very true thing. Like women are gonna do more jobs where you're dealing with people and like, you know, management kind of stuff.
Well, that's why I teach.
Yeah, exactly. Like people. Teaching and stuff like that. And like men are like usually the mechanics.
Yeah.
Like doing things.
No, it's true.
Like putting pieces together, stuff like that. But I don't know. There's not a lot of women in the electrical industry either. Even when I was like in the Navy doing aviation, we had like, I don't know, 3 or 4 girls in the command.
Yep.
It was like mostly dudes. That's like most of the military, I guess, though.
Yeah, I think that's true. Again, couldn't be me. I respect you for doing it. I respect everybody who has done it, but
I did it for free school.
Yeah.
It's not like I went to go fight.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, I'm gonna go shoot some bad guys.
Sure.
I wanted to go travel the world. I want to like.
Yeah.
I want to join the Navy so I can like go across the ocean and maybe see some cool shit. And like learn some stuff, get free school afterwards. And, you know, it was never like, I need to
Fight. Yeah.
Do something for my country. It's done so much for me.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I get that.
think Obama was president.
Right.
Like, okay. But yeah, it kind of fucked me over too. So I didn't even get what I wanted.
Sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was in school for like a year and a half, going around to different schools. And then eventually this sent me to Maryland. I just did the rest of the 2.5 years in Maryland. Like, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Get to work on these big ass Boeing jets. The Navy has like 15 of them or something like that. It's like, I guess the platform is kind of cool itself, but
yeah,
it was so boring. It was like such a small little command. The whole town existed because there was a little naval airfield there.
Really?
Like, it's like the town wouldn't even have been there if it wasn't for the airfield.
Interesting.
Like 80% of the people that worked on base were civilians.
Wow.
So it's like, it was such a small number of actually enlisted people, maybe like 1,000 or so.
Yeah.
Like on base.
Right.
Everyone else was a civilian, just like some retired military dude. And a lot of the commands were like experimental, or like testing, kind of like newer equipment. We were the only command that was like active duty, like, you know, in service command. It was just kind of weird, a weird little base.
Yeah.
Everybody hated it. It was
sorry.
miserable.
Sucks.
I should have just joined the Air Force.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I look back at it, it's like if I knew this was going to be my Navy experience, I would have just joined the Air Force.
Yeah. That's originally what Beth wanted to do was Air Force, but she got talked out of it.
It's not too late.
That's true.
You can still do it.
I think she's changed her mind.
Yeah, I mean, the current climate.
Yeah.
Kind of a dumb idea. Before COVID, it was pretty enticing.
Yeah.
And then like after COVID, it's like, well,
yeah,
there's a lot going on there.
For sure.
It's like pretty wild. I don't know. It's got to be a different landscape than when I went in, for sure. I went in 2011 or 12. 2012 is when I went into the Navy. It was like 11 years ago.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit, it was way different.
Yeah.
TikTok didn't exist.
Yeah. Hey, that's true.
Snapchat was new.
Gosh, crazy.
No, I think Snapchat came out when I was in high school.
Yeah.
Like 2008 or something like that.
Yeah. I remember being like probably like middle school. Yeah.
I remember seeing Snapchat come out and immediately thinking one thing, like, I know what this is for.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We all know.
Yeah, everybody knew right when it came out.
Yep.
And it's still being advertised as like, oh yeah, we all have fun on Snapchat. It's like, okay.
For sure.
It's the biggest fucking like psyop of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a Snapchat person. It's not for me.
No, I haven't had Snapchat in years.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck would you need your picture deleted in 3 seconds for?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It's just so crazy to me. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how that shit's allowed. How many minors have Snapchat?
Right. There's that.
How many kids under 10 have a cell phone? Like, how many kids in your class have cell phones that are like...
More than I would like to admit.
And you think they're like too young?
Absolutely. I had a second grader last year who for her 8th birthday got a cell phone, a smartphone.
Jesus Christ.
And I just couldn't believe it. And she has everything downloaded. She has an Instagram account. She has a TikTok account. Like, she has everything. And I just I'm just a teacher, so I can't really do anything. Obviously, she can't have it out at school, but it's pretty crazy.
That's wild. Like, who decides that? Who's just like, here you go, here's your cell phone.
I know. Well, and that's the other thing is it's hard too with like a co-parenting thing. You know, the parents are not together, and so it was like one parent's idea, and the other parent was not happy about it, but.
Too late.
Exactly. I mean, she's got the phone. It's paid for. She has the accounts. I mean,
go ahead, take it away. See what happens.
Right.
The kid's gonna hate you. God, that's so crazy.
It is really crazy.
I can't imagine having kids in this world.
Yeah.
That'd be nuts.
I know.
And I don't know how my friends are gonna do it. I have
Yeah.
some friends with kids. It's
Yeah.
like, geez,
Yeah.
good luck to you.
That's crazy.
What age do you think kids should have a cell phone at then?
That's a really good question because I think that it's pretty subjective. Obviously, it depends on the child and their maturity level and their responsibility level. I feel like 12 to 13 seems reasonable with restrictions. You know, like I don't think.
And training.
Yeah, exactly.
Some amount
like,
of training. Don't just hand them a phone and say, go to town.
Yeah,
like,
I mean a 13-year-old seems reasonable. Like that,
Yeah.
like you're almost in high school. Like
you
definitely by 14.
You could teach
like
them
yeah.
about the internet and like
Yes.
what the fuck is on the internet.
Yes, exactly.
Like, you know.
No, I think 13 is pretty fair with the training. One of the kids that I work with, he has a cell phone, and it's one of the kids that I nanny, so he like will ride in the car with me. I take him to school and stuff, and he'll scroll through YouTube shorts, and like there are so many videos, and I'm like, you need to skip that video, and I'll literally reach over to his phone and swipe up so that the video will switch because it's inappropriate.
Like what kind of videos are on YouTube that would be like inappropriate?
It's YouTube Shorts, so it's like not even stuff he's picking out. It's like TikTok, you know, like
yeah,
you just
sure.
like
It's just an algorithm.
Yeah,
but like
and
what
so,
would you swipe up? Like what?
Like I've heard stuff like obviously I'm driving, so I can't watch it,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
like
yeah.
hear stuff like you know big cocks and like you know like just really inappropriate stuff. Like oh like I can take it deeper, like just weird stuff that I'm like he doesn't even know what it means too, and that's the crazy part is that like he doesn't even know why it's wrong. So I'll scroll and he'll be like, what was wrong with that? I'm like, it is not my job to tell you, dude. Like I'm not here to explain to you why that's inappropriate. It's hard. It's a hard place to be in.
Yeah, I could imagine. Well, actually, I can't imagine being a teacher in today's climate.
Yeah.
Like you have a difficult job.
Mm-hmm. I do. It's true.
Holy fuck.
Someone's got to do it though.
I used to work in schools.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was working in schools doing a lot of AV work, hanging projectors and TVs and shit like that. And I'd be in classrooms a lot. And it'd be like during night hours, you know, when kids aren't there, like nobody's there.
Yeah.
And I'll just look through the teachers' rooms and like you can tell which teachers like kind of have their shit together and which ones are just like they're just like delusional. Like
yeah.
They're playing a game or something. Like usually the ones that have like their entire room Harry Potter themed. You can tell they're like still a child.
Yeah.
Like, dude, none of these kids even know what Harry Potter is anymore.
Yeah.
For one. Like
that's sad.
Like
that's sad.
It was a generation. Like it was our
know.
generation. That's not theirs.
That's true.
Like they have fucking anime now or whatever.
That's
like
true.
They have Demon Slayer. I don't fucking know. Even that's kind of an adult anime.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. They have Marvel. Like that's the generational thing now.
Definitely.
But yeah, I remember when Spider-Man came out, the first Spider-Man movie, everyone was like, whoa.
I loved that movie as a kid.
The CGI is almost better.
Mm-hmm.
It's so weird. Like, how did the CGI get worse over the years?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
yeah.
Tobey Maguire was dope, though.
Oh, yeah. It's a classic. That one's so good.
Just the first one.
Yep.
The others are kind of dumb. I liked what's his name? Tom Holland.
Yeah, I did watch that one.
Spider-Man.
It was pretty good, yeah.
I like the ones where it's just him.
Mm-hmm.
When he's in Avengers, it's garbage, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole scene and what was it, Endgame?
I don't think I saw that one.
He's like going back and forth with fucking Tony Stark.
Mm-hmm.
And they just play like the young versus old card all the time. It's like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
Like, we get it.
It's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Like, like Iron Man's old. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see more of those animated ones.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those?
I haven't, no. I'm honestly not a movie, like, TV person.
You don't like movies?
Not necessarily. If I am going to watch TV, I really like reality TV.
Oh my God.
I know. It's like
Those
the
are the
worst.
worst.
I know. But that's why I love it. I love that it's the worst. Like,
so what do you watch then? What show?
I love all kinds of shows that are about like people.
The fucking 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, kind of like with just like really fucked up situations. Like I love watching like hoarders or like intervention stuff like that.
Yeah.
I love that stuff, but also I've been really into Survivor lately. You ever watch Survivor?
I watched like the first 2 or 3
Oh
seasons.
my God.
As a child.
It is fantastic. Like it is like one of the most amazing masterpieces in my opinion.
How much of it is scripted though?
I don't know, but I don't care. Like I will
just ignore
still,
that part.
I'm 100%. I think it is so amazing, and like the psychological aspect of it is so fascinating to me.
I liked Amazing Race.
I haven't seen that one. I'll have to
really
think about that. Yeah,
those ones are cool because they're actually like educational almost.
Really,
like they'll go through like cultural stuff, like challenges, like oh the people in this country they carry this shit on their back for 4 miles. Like you have to do this in order to get your next clue. And you're just like, oh my God. And it'll explain like the whole agriculture behind whatever's doing it. Like they'll go through cultural like education like throughout these challenges. And I don't know. It's really cool. You learn a lot while you're watching the show.
You might have just started my next hyperfixation.
Oh, you'll like it. If you like Survivor,
Yeah.
you'll like Amazing Race.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty cool because there's so many seasons of it.
Yeah, well, that's what I love about Survivor too.
There's characters that do crossovers.
Really?
There's this guy named Rob. Was it like Jersey Rob or something?
Boston Rob.
Boston
I
Rob.
know exactly who you're
From
talking
Survivor,
about.
right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He's on Amazing Race too.
Yeah, that's cool.
After Survivor, he went to Amazing Race. I think he won Amazing Race.
Really?
Yeah, with his
I'm gonna have to watch
his
it
wife
now.
or whatever, fiance. I don't know, but yeah, that shows that's like one of my favorite reality shows.
Okay.
I fucking hate reality shows in general though.
I love it. I love it because it's like something that I can watch but also do other things.
Yeah.
Like if I'm cleaning my room or like doing the dishes, like I'll just prop my phone up and like listen/watch Survivor and like
I don't
do
do
other
that.
stuff.
I watch things and I forget to blink.
Really?
My eyes dry out because I forget to blink.
Wow.
Like it doesn't matter what it is. Like I'll watch it so intensely, and it's like if I don't like it, I'll just quit watching it and go do something else, and like it doesn't even exist anymore. Like I can't listen to things in the background. It just doesn't work. I'm sure that's ADHD.
Yeah,
like
could be for sure.
Like definitely hyper focusing on shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to TV shows, like I fucking just watch it and I try to catch every detail first go. Like it's impossible.
Yeah.
But I try.
Yeah.
Like movies, I fucking just am glued to the screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, reality shows, there's just not enough there, and I hate them. They're just not like.
It's not for everybody. I 100% get that. Yes, I understand that part too. Yeah, I totally understand that part too. Like, but that's what I like about it. Like even if it's not believable, it's just so fun to watch. I mean, we were watching. Have you ever seen My Strange Addiction?
I've seen like trailers of it,
dude.
I've seen
that show is whack.
Some big fat person eating mattress foam, and it's like. Okay, you wouldn't be that fat if all you were eating is mattress foam.
Dude, it's...
You have to be eating some Wendy's or something.
Oh, for sure. Well, and that's the thing is, like, you're right. Like, how much of it is, like, actually real? But we just watched this one episode about, like, this couple who drinks their own urine because they think it's, like, for medicinal purposes. It might 100% all be fake. I have no idea. But the fact that that is, like, something that has been recorded, and these people, if you ever see them in public, will be known as the people who drink their pee, is so bizarre to me that it's so fascinating that I want to watch it.
Yeah. Joe Rogan brings up one all the time of this lady who lives in a house where they just have shit everywhere, like literal shit. They like shit in buckets.
I've seen that on Hoarders.
On Hoarders.
Yeah.
On Hoarders.
Yep.
Not My Strange Addiction, but it's Hoarders.
Yep, I've seen that one.
Yeah. he talks about that one all the time. He brings it up. Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's I can't imagine that it's all real.
I can't either, but
because I feel like in an environment like that, you would not be healthy. You would like get sick,
for sure.
You know.
Well, and that's what's so interesting about it too is like, I mean, if it is real, like that's the big concern for these people who are on these shows is like, you're doing this, but you're gonna be sick. Like you're not gonna survive this, you know. And I don't know. It's fun to watch though, for sure.
Yeah. Mars tried to get me watching Is It Cake?
I haven't tried that one though.
It's like brain meltingly cheesy.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like Oh my God, these people are so fake.
Mm-hmm.
I think the host is like one of the Saturday Night Live people.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
like you can already tell from that alone.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fake as hell.
Yeah. I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like it's just a bunch of cheesy jokes and like one-liners. Oh
Yeah.
my fucking God. 1 second. Ah, damn cat climbing the wall. I hate when the cats climb the walls.
Yeah.
I don't like to smack them.
I know.
She just deserves it sometimes. Little bitch.
Ouch. You hear that?
She is, though. She's the one that causes all the trouble.
That's
She's
what
always-
girl cats do.
She's always tearing shit up.
Yeah.
The last cat we had, she wasn't bad. She didn't
No.
do shit. She didn't do anything. She'd like sometimes like scratch on the carpet.
Yeah.
Like that's the worst thing she would do.
Right.
You know? And it's just like, I don't know what to do with her.
Yeah.
You know?
I
don't know how to
understand.
discipline her. She doesn't listen.
Yeah.
She doesn't know English.
She's a baby. I mean, that's the thing.
All right. Well, it's been a hell of a long conversation.
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
think. But it was good having you on.
Yeah.
I'm glad I finally got you on.
I know.
I've been planning to have you on one of these episodes for I don't know how long now.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm glad I got invited.
Since I had Alex on for sure.
Mhm.
Shit, what was that, like a year ago?
Yeah, it was.
We need to have both of you on at some point.
That would be fun.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, I told him before I came, I was like, I wish you would come with me. And he was like, I probably could. I was like,
Yeah, I wouldn't have said no.
yeah. Well, maybe next time we'll do
yeah.
something like that. That'd be
Next
cool.
year.
Yeah, right.
We'll see. But it was
Yeah.
good talking with you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks
hope
for
to
having me
see-
on.
Hope to see more from Beef or whatever the
We'll
new
see.
project's going to be.
We'll see.
Resurrected Beef.
Yeah.
don't know.
Don't count on it. All right. Well, thanks, Spencer.